and we should be live, and I'm just gonna say, yes, this will be a normal field trip. Hi, guys. What? Hi, guys. Welcome to Demiplanes and Doodles. I am Vic, and I will be your Miss Frizzle tonight. We have...
the lizard.
What?
With Rosette, never.
Lynn, you're the lizard.
I'll be the lizard, that's fine.
You're the lizard, Lynn. Alright, so, so...
Spoiler alert, we're all lizards.
We're all lizards here. Hi, I'm Miss Frizzle, and I am driving a bus full of lizards. Yes. Nope, this is a Vic here, and there is a Lynn, and then there's a third voice that's happening over here, and I need to know who that is.
In the Demiplane.
Hi, it's Rose.
That was the most Thayfrin introduction.
Hello, everyone! We should just talk like Thayfrin the whole stream.
What's up?
I
wonder if I should invite Thayfrin to go swimming.
Oh, no!
No!
It's barely been 2 minutes. No!
Too early.
Too early.
It's too soon. It's barely been a year since that happened.
Oh, dear God, it's barely been a year. Oh, Thayfrin. Oh, buddy.
Oh,
okay.
He lasted 1 week at that school.
It's been 1 week.
We're still traumatized by the matter.
I'm still so proud that, like, Grayson's last words to him were like, "Cool jacket," and then he just leaves.
And that was the last interaction.
He's just like, "Thanks, my dead brother gave it to me." Oh, okay.
Neat! Grayson's like, I don't know what a hand-me-down is.
That's the best thing to say to someone who was in, like, he was in a fevered state even at that point. He was just going nuts, and he's like, "Oh, it's too loud. I want to cough. This bullet's nice."
Pre-planning all of that was that we didn't even know.
Oh gosh, it took so much pre-planning. Like, the night after I posted it, I just throw the art in there. I was just like, "Here, have the sadness.
Here, let me just strategically make you sad."
Oh.
I heard the bro Vic come back.
No. I will not come back. I'm here forever.
Oh, God.
Alright, so, hey guys.
So that was the most dramatic hiatus I ever made from, like, a Discord server.
And
like,
I mean,
peace out.
I respect it. I respect it so much. That was, like, such a well-planned hiatus. If I was gonna go out for, like, months at a time, that's how I'd want to do it.
Just throw me in a coma.
Just throw me in a coma. Oh no, next episode, West is in a coma.
Short beard. Perfect. 1 week since you looked at me, turned your head and said I'm angry.
I am angry. Shane, I am angry.
Hey,
no.
Hey Shane, FYI.
No.
Bare Naked Ladies killed West.
Please don't, no. I'm not telling that story again. No.
Did I ever tell you guys, I met that band?
Oh my gosh.
That song played at work today, and I was like, I want to, not be here right now.
not exist on this plane of...
I have bad memories of that song, and that song played, like literally, like, right before we showed up at the studio for the session where West died. So the running joke is, Bare Naked Ladies killed West.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was
fun. He's fine now. Maybe.
He's just in a warlock pack.
He's just in a warlock pack. It's no big deal.
It's fine.
How's it going, Thayfrin?
Makes me do a warlock pack.
I mean, things could be worse.
You're in a pack.
He has all his stamps. Alright, let me swap this screen over. So, I think we should eventually get to announcements.
Oh, yeah.
No, you're totally good. Oh, this is so much fun already. Oh my god. So, first on my nice little tiny outline, Rosette, you get to talk about yourself and your projects and promos. What's up?
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Oh no.
Okay, oh jeezums. Well, every other Sunday, am part of a D&D live stream called 20-Sided Saga, which you can find here on Twitch. I play a rogue on there named Marima. I also play a monk on there named Quinian. Don't worry about it. It's totally fine. She did not die.
Don't worry about it, bro. Don't worry about it.
She's back now. Let's just keep it at that. She's back now, but she's also on a train with Quinn, which just makes things eternally awkward when I play two people at once. So you can see that literal train wreck this Sunday. And then any other place that you can find me would just be I post most of my art on my Instagram, which is Outside the Box Thinking. So that's pretty much where you can find me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Also, full disclosure, if you hear the sounds of wrappers crinkling, that's me opening up a bunch of Kit Kats because I need a snack right now.
Self-care.
That's the sound of self-care. Thank you very much. Dark chocolate Kit Kats. Thank you.
Yes.
We have someone saying that the guest audio is soft compared to me and Vic.
Oh no. Let me figure that one out. I think I just have to boost the audio on Discord. Hold on while I do that. Why does that always happen?
I could just yell.
Just
Professor Socks is only getting
Professor,
short
keep
bursts
your
of
voice
audio.
down.
Oh
That
my
just might be
God.
the professor because everything's
They just moved
kosher pickles over here.
or
Yeah.
something.
Last I
Internet.
checked, the professor completely switched like realms of reality.
Right. He's on from plane of existence.
Mm-hmm.
And Cowerbell said dark chocolate Kit Kats is bomber.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
love me some dark chocolate
Heck
Kit Kats.
yeah.
Right next to the matcha Kit Kats. Those are my faves.
Ooh, matcha.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if you hear
Kit Kat, sponsor me.
moving around in the background of my audio, I am in the living room.
Fair.
With 3 other people that I'm quarantined with right now. So
Tell them we said
there will be
hello.
movement. Excellent.
Excellent. All right. So, what's next on our announcements? We've got our friends at Talon and Claw that we're always shouting about. So, as usual, hey guys, it is T-minus down to a week for you to get those dice pre-orders in with Talon and Claw. They make these beautiful, sexy, wonderful wooden dice, Spectraply dice. You can get like the big honkin' ones that are like 33 millimeters. So those are some really big D20s, and you could also get the actual dice size sets that come in a variety of different woods. And I've pre-ordered, Jesus has pre-ordered, everyone's pre-ordered, Lynn's pre-ordered. We all have our dice.
I'm so excited.
I know, we're so excited. And if you put in the coupon code Divine Conquer, you get 10% off on that order. And the same goes for anything in their Etsy shop, where they make from single dice vaults to dual hex dice vaults, where you can hold 2 sets of dice at once, plus a mini in the middle. They have their Council of 11 that I can't say off the top of my head if it's already in their store. You could always go check. You can scroll down below on the Twitch and click to go to their Etsy store. And they also make really gorgeous, beautiful DM screens that smell amazing.
Oh, and like, I frequent their shop a lot because I'm going to buy something
Oh, yes.
once I get the funds to do so. But pretty much all of their stuff is free shipping,
Oh, yeah.
which is fantastic. So you get, coupon code and free shipping.
So consider checking out our friends at Talon and Claw. And for their dice orders, you can go to shoptalonclaw.com.
Yep.
Yes. So
And they just revamped their website too, so you can get a really nice
Oh, yeah.
idea of what like the wood looks like.
it's so shiny and beautiful and wonderful.
It looks so cool.
Mhm.
I was checking out the zebra wood dice vault earlier.
Ooh.
It was so cool.
I'm always a sucker for Purple Heart, so
Yeah, the purple part's gorgeous.
yas.
I need to get my giant D20, but
So-
I need to check out this website.
Go check out that website right now, Rosette. Go look at all the gorgeous wood.
All right, goodbye, guys.
This has been fun.
Thanks for having me.
Bye. All right, so while Rosette looks at beautiful shiny wood, we're gonna promote our other friends. If you want some dice bags to put those new dice in that you're gonna pre-order, I recommend Queen Chain Designs on Etsy, where you can get cute little chainmail dice bags that can fit, as Jesus has quoted, he said 2 1/3 of a dice set?
Yes.
He said 2 1/3 of a dice set they can fit.
Yes.
It's because he bought one and he showed it off yesterday on our Sacred World stream, and it is beautiful and wonderfully made, and it's all made with love by the wonderful Hannah, who is a good friend of ours. So, go check them out on Etsy. Get some fancy dice bags for your fancy new dice. And now we're going to talk about this one thing that's near and dear to where Lynn and I are supposed to have a heart. It's some weird empty cavity in our chest.
That empty hole in my heart is just stuffed with.
What is it called? I know there was something there, but there's like a glass vial there now. I don't know.
Too soon.
Too soon.
Wait, what, miss? Thank you, Jeremiah,
Yes.
for wonderful wood. Check out Shop Talon Claw.
Yeah, Jeremiah's on it.
Chain link sacks. Check.
Yeah, for the glorious chainmail sack, go to Queen Chain Designs at Etsy.
Your
So-
chest rolls.
Yes, absolutely. So, bro, we have a webcomic we're working on, and it has a release date of August 2020.
It does.
It does,
Oh,
and
yeah.
we have merch.
We have merch.
We
I wish
have
we
merch
had
now.
cams on, like a camera so I can show people. But
It's
we
okay.
can
I was
show it
like,
off on the
we were showing it off on the Alistair Discord. I've showed it off. I've been showing it off nonstop on the stream yesterday. And I was like, hey, look at my new sticker. We get to do it on Monday, so we get to go shove that in. Hopefully because my T-shirt says it's shipped, so I'm waiting to get it. So if you scroll down
I haven't got
below,
mine yet.
ooh, mine says that it's shipped and it should be here at some point. So. If for those that are interested, if you scroll down below, we have a link to our merch store, and if you go to the merch store, the most recent merch that's put in there is Alistair themed, and it is essentially the coat of arms for his paladin order, which is the Order of the Holy Brethren. And on that creed, the creed reads, "Hang loose, stay righteous." And if you want to if you want to get updates on any new merch that we decide to add, or any of the new comic promos that we put out on Webtoon, you could join our Patreon for as little as $1 a month. We have the link down below as well. And you can get updates early before anyone else. And if not, hey, we post it a few days later anyway. But consider supporting us for as little as $1. And you could join us on our Discord and chat with us and talk about what we're going to draw in the next weeks. Like, you have the power to tell us what to do on Discord. Use it wisely.
We have many tiers.
many tiers. One of them being the Zesty tier, where you can receive the zestiest of arts once a month from us. Which we are currently in the throes of working on our April Zesty art.
Nice.
Your hint for April zesty tier is April showers.
April showers.
Wow. Subtle.
Okay. We and, yeah, so consider joining us for some all the good things that come with hanging out with us on Discord.
They got blood, sweat, and tears.
Blood, sweat, and tears. So, thank you, Shane. I guess we'll segue from there. Lynn wants to announce a thing from what I saw.
I do.
So, go ahead and shout at it, bro.
I want to promote my boy. So, okay, I'm going to harken back to a couple years ago when I first started doing, like, comic-style artwork, and I was like, man, I really want to do this. And I started on Twitter, which I don't frequent too much anymore, but I met this amazing artist. His name's Jorn Evers. He is, I think he's from Sweden, but he's the coolest guy I've ever met. He's so kind and so talented, and I actually drew a picture of one of his characters up on the draw pile.
Oh, nice. That's what that was. Looks really good.
Oh, that's his art style. And he has actually done commissions for me. He has made fan art of Alistair before.
Oh, sweet.
So, let me see if I can actually put that
Oh,
on there.
let me see that sweet boy.
But he's on a project. he has been working on a project for about 2 years now, and it just now came out on Indiegogo. They're trying to get it funded.
Ooh.
It's called The Eighth, and it is a graphic novel, and it is about 2 teenagers who find this mysterious relic, and it used to be the weapon of the 8th sage of this world, and they control it using math.
Oh man, the ultimate power.
It's completely crazy, and the artwork is 100% made by my buddy, and I'm gonna put a link in the description. So if you guys are interested, definitely check it out. He's also on ArtStation and Twitter, and he's just a good friend of mine, and I want to help him out. So hold on.
Heck yeah!
Put that in there.
Support your small-time artists.
Yeah, so they're looking to get it done, but here, let me see if I can get Alistair in here. Boop.
Boop boop.
But yeah, he made this completely randomly. He was just like, I like this guy, and he actually implemented Alistair's hair into one of his characters.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
It's just like, I think
Very
he's
cool.
neat.
I think he's neat. Let me see if I can put him on there. Zoop.
Hold please for Alistair.
Let me see if I can get him on here.
Come on, Allie. I believe in you.
Thank you, Robin. One of my friends on here, Robin, in the chat.
Oh, Robin? Oh, that's a same hat for me. Small brain.
Oh god.
Oh goodness. Oh, there he went. Oh no.
He's. Let me see if I can get him on here. Hold on.
Get a top layer, bro.
I need another layer. Hold on. Let me get. Insert.
Okay.
Layer.
Stay in your layer, bro.
Stay
We're
in your
trying
layer.
to get this to work. I'm
Layer
sorry.
check.
There he is.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there he is. Look at him.
I see a boy coming in
Oh,
squares.
he's beautiful.
Oh, that's really good.
Oh, look at that good boy.
He's so
That's such a
sweet.
cool style.
Aw.
And
Yeah, I'm really
he
digging
even-
that.
He even put, he has a fantastic style, and he helped me out a lot. We've done projects together, and he's fantastic. So if you like his art style, go support his comic book that he's been working on for 2 years.
Heck yeah.
So,
I for one
I
am
plan to
always
go,
I for one am always a fan of supporting people in their comic books. It's almost
So,
like
anywho.
it's almost like that's how I landed this job. Mind blown.
I think I remember. I was like, man,
I supported it so hard.
You just sent me the eye emoji.
It's like, hello. I do this thing with
Hello.
words. Yes.
That's like me posting the little fact past the wall. That's like just.
That's my
my
favorite
response
Thayford
every time.
ever. My favorite Thayford. That was exactly me when Lynn's like, I need a new writer. And I was like, whoop.
Moosel.
I just kind of just like out of the woodwork like,
Exactly.
Hello.
I have been summoned.
All right.
Who summoned me?
Who has summoned me? All right, so let's get into that good old topic tonight. So let me save saves.
We both saved. Yeah.
Still love the Control Z.
Put it back. Put it back.
I don't know what to do.
While we awkwardly save this, tell us how Thayford's doing, Rosette.
Oh, he's doing great. You know, he's got one hand, but he's got a new one on the way.
Oh, that's so good.
Oh, good lord.
2 to 3 shipping days.
Amazon Prime.
Exactly.
With 10% off, you can.
With 10, use Divine Conquer 10% off. You can get 10% off on your new hand.
he got 10% off his alignment. He's now
Oh,
neutral evil.
My God.
Oh no.
He's still a good boy though.
Gotta read
He's
those
just-
terms and conditions, bro.
He's just slowly going to think that he's doing good things while the world burns around him.
Oh man, him and Wes could
Like,
have such
what
great
a
conversations
guys.
on that.
No Amazon Prime.
Exactly.
All right,
Oh,
time to doop-a-doop-a-doop-boop. Say goodbye.
Changing your alignment and losing your hand, priceless.
The cursed.
There's some things money can't buy. With everything else, there's MasterCard.
Everything's. It's like at Renaissance Festival where they're like, yes, we accept MasterCard and Lady Visa. So that they could try to keep you as immersed as possible in while they hand you like the Square app so you can slide your card through. It's the funniest thing to me.
That's true.
They try so hard to stay in character, and I'm like, buddy, you're literally handing me a tablet.
Oh gosh, I've seen.
It is an ancient tablet.
This is what we call the fairy box, and I'm like, okay.
Oh gosh,
I miss. Ba-dum-bum-dum.
Half off.
Oh.
But why shift alignment with magic when you can just become evil?
Why shift alignments when you can just enter a warlock pact and think you're doing good for the longest time until you realize, oh shit, I'm the bad guy. I'm waiting for that moment. I'm just waiting for my DM to be like, don't worry about it. All right. Well, what are we going to start drawing? Because I think our topic tonight is role-playing and, you know, all the fun things that come with that. So, what should we draw first? Rosette gets dibs. What are we drawing first?
Oh, dear heavens.
That's the thing about being a guest. We're going to bother you to do stuff.
Let's see. I mean, we could start with our first our first roleplay characters trying to.
Oh no. Okay.
Oh, first roleplay
gosh.
characters. Oh, here we go. I'm sure that there are stories behind it.
So my first actual player character is Grayson, and I'm not going to draw him again.
For the 500th time.
Just again.
Again.
Grayson again.
He looked a little different.
I mean, yeah. Oh yeah, I mean, you sent me that because you sent me the picture of you redrawing him when he first when you were first playing him, and then you drawing him as you're playing him now.
He looked like such a toy.
I had a joke for it, but I was like, I had a joke for it, but then I was at work, so I was like, wait, I don't have time to type this out.
What's the joke?
And besides, it's like, who are you? I'm you, but and there was like something, you know. I'm you, but
sadder.
I'm you, but zesty.
Yes, drop the Mary Sue's. Draw the Pure Boy first. This your anime name Super Magical Girls with dramatic backstory.
Oh my gosh, Robin! Oops, it's all Grayson.
Oops,
That's what
it's
happens
all.
when you drop Grayson.
I can't hold all these Graysons.
or
Please
or
eat your
for more
limes.
Specifically for all legs.
Oh god,
All legs.
all these legs. Lynn was just like building a character, and it was just hold on.
That's not what he looked like though. He was that never a thing until maybe after his original campaign ended.
Grayson just has all the legs, and Thaffron has all the hands. Don't worry about it. Hopefully, they'll be a whole person.
They will become one whole person.
Grayson's boot thing was never a thing. Like he had baggy pants.
Good.
It was a sad time.
Oh yeah, fun fact about my first roleplay character, because I had one character was Hollis, and she lasted I think 3 sessions before that game but the other character that lasted a really long time may or may not have started out as a piece of Adventure Zone fan art of Johan.
Oh.
Oop. Oh gosh. And I just kind of not to press the legs. Good.
That was the decision making process.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Was that not how? Yes. Okay. I'm glad that we confirmed that theory.
Oh gosh. A choice between making him a balanced human being or giving him just melee.
No, and he's just he's as unbalanced as possible, even in Dex.
He's always been kind of an idiot though, because I remember one specific time he got stuck between a bunch of rocks because he was trying to crawl through this.
I love him.
rubble
Thank
to
you.
get- he got stuck, and then they had to pull him out, and then immediately afterwards, he's like, "Oh, I could have just teleported out."
Oh, Grayson. That was such a Grayson.
Here, okay, let me see if I can draw my first character I ever made. As a DM.
Gosh, I gotta pull up a picture of Lester, and he was. People kept calling him Listerine.
Listerine.
I was like, why? Why did I do this? I just wanted to name him Lester, but I wanted to give him a fantasy name because I experienced role-playing being, so I just named him Lester in. To a lot
Lester.
of character names. Daffrin, Lesterin. Don't worry about it. This picture. Yeah, there he is. He was a bard by all definition. I'll be in here. I should have enough for his hat.
He's a math block.
If not, we can always expand this.
Good. I apologize if I got in anyone's way.
Oh no, you're good. You're totally good.
Mari's nickname for the party was marinara, like the sauce.
Oh my god.
Good. Oh gosh, he had such big ears.
Oh, precious.
Let me expand the canvas.
Expand
He was
this.
such. I think he was a high. I think he was a shut-in, and that was actually a fun thing that I ended up doing because I was playing. I made him like a social outcast. Shut parents just kept him in the house all day, so that his first adventure was mine. So I was like, there. That way I can just be awkward and not know anything, and it'll be in character.
That was it. Oh my god, I think that's part of the reason why I play West the way I do, is because it's like I, a person, never know anything at any given time, and half the time, even if I am paying attention, something's going over my head. So playing West as a complete dumbass is just, I think, just me channeling that brain cell where I'm like, I have no idea what's going on, and I need somebody to hold my hand. Yes.
Socks has a question.
Professor Socks has a question for me? What?
Yes.
What's your question, bro?
What?
What is this?
Speak your question.
What is this? It's almost like it's a talk show. What the heck?
Oh my god, it's almost like we have to entertain people.
Why we have to answer them?
I know, we, believe it or not, we actually have to interact with chat. It keeps them invested.
That is why Chat Mom is here. I do my best to try to keep up on it.
There were words in there somewhere. Single one I cut out.
Oh.
What's the question? Is there no question yet? There's no question yet. I will wait for the question. Awkwardly. As I continue.
I played with Lestrin and ruined a party. Is what Robin said.
Right.
Robin, I played with Lester and I ruined a party. Oh no, Listerine. I was corrected to Listerine.
Robin, you didn't. She. Okay, so Shinon may or may not have tried to test the party by poisoning them with fake poison tea, and everyone started fighting.
Oh
but
no.
It did not ruin the party, Robin. Don't say that. We lasted a good couple of sessions. No, he was in the same party with Lester, and it was a blast.
Oh no. Trying to think of a.
Oh gosh. I got his hat. His hat was so weird. How the heck?
Oh god, Lair, check.
He was a bard. Of course he had a hat.
Every bard has to have a hat.
And he had the big one.
The
too.
big
It was
the
like
big hat.
The big one. And he had the weirdest hair. How
The
I do
big
that.
one. TM.
Can I have a little bit of extra room to do the rest of the on his hat? Because it is not.
We gotta make this hat happen.
Gotta make room for the hat and the feather coming off of the hat.
All right, Professor Socks finally gave me the question. Okay, what's up? All right, Vic, my dude, broski, guy who I shout at to drink more water. The silence is me realizing I don't have water with me.
Oh no.
Should I? How much should I spam chat talking about my first player character? And thank you, Chat Mom, for getting Vic for me. Aw. Yes, spam the chat talking about your first player character because I love to read people's story. Everybody in chat, tell me about your first player character because I like to read about them.
Yes,
So that I can avoid talking about mine.
Because we will not stop talking.
No, we'll always
We
keep
can't.
talking. Well, we at least
or
need somebody
else-
to read off the chat so that we can like fill in the awkward silence when we're all focused on drawing, because it'll happen and we're like, oh,
That's the worst part.
Alright,
I for- oh, gee, that went down onto your dragon.
Little Greens.
Get that ponytail back in line.
get that
I forgot to
ponytail
have
back.
Little Green said, my first character, not counting the witch I made when I was 7 and didn't pay attention to the game, was an elf ranger named Maureen.
Okay, I like me a ranger.
And Robin said, I was also an elf ranger, a drow ranger named Kellum.
Heck,
Vic knows who my first one ever was.
I do know who your first one ever was, and I should draw her in a minute.
Robolugia. I was a tiefling rogue named Crow in Pathfinder. He
Oh yeah.
optimized the no thought head empty.
Oh yeah. I was told about Crow. He's a good bean.
Hannah
stand
says,
by it.
I had a roleplay ritual when I was babysat. My sister and I would open an elf quest book, trace a body type, and make our own elf quest elf, and then roleplay that all day. We did this every day. So many elves.
So many elves.
I've never played an elf except
Oh my god, I've never.
Arian is your...
Oh, I don't think I've ever
He's
played
my
an
only
elf either.
elf.
No, I've never played an elf either. I'm shooketh.
I played
Same.
Lestrin Hollis was a half elf. Marima's a half elf. I don't think have I played any other elves? Jeez.
Oh,
Avron's
yeah.
a human. I don't think I've played any other elves. Oh, wait, I had one character for like one session named Jolene. I think she was an elf.
Jolene.
Yes, that's what she was named after.
Yes.
Shortbeard said, my first ever D&D character was a 4E character. I forgot their name, but they were a Goliath Avenger, basically a blasty paladin who got covered in living stone during a campaign about a war between Atlantis and Relay.
Whoops.
Shout out to 4th edition.
I've never played a Robolugia. I've never played a gnome or a halfling. Neither have I.
Never played. Okay, it's easier for me to list the number of the races that I have played. So I have played, and I'm gonna list them individually because you'll see where my favoritism lies.
When you say play, do you mean in a game or created the character?
I'm gonna say created the character because it still technically counts because you'll see a pattern.
Oh boy.
So, okay, so my first one that I'm drawing right now, human, and then the next character that I made that was actually in a game, was, Dragonborn, and then second one was Dragonborn, and then, next one was Stranger, my tiefling, and then next was, West, human, next was, and then that's when I just started making characters from the go. So we have Ziffer, we have Xavier, we have, who are both tieflings. You have Sybil, who's a tiefling, you have Phoebus, who's a tiefling, you have...
To be fair, those are story related.
They are story related, but still.
Yes.
Excuses.
I know, I'm full of them. And then who else? I think that's all I have, but I could be lying to myself. I'm
trying to think of who else that you've brought into Tavern. No, I can't think of anybody else.
Actually, no. If I'm thinking Dungeons and Dragons related. So that's all of my characters for that. But if I think of my original story stuff, I technically do have an elf character, but he's a half elf.
Yeah.
So
Not
quite there. Not quite there.
No,
Oh, lair
yes.
check! Lair check, bro.
I changed it. Oh my gosh.
Uh,
That could have been disastrous.
That would have been an
Robolugia-
oopsie.
Jeez.
What?
Everything's Chat's going nuts.
Oh god, what's happening?
Professor
Chat is
Socks.
going nuts.
Okay, are you ready for me to talk about my good old Titus? Titus is not a D&D character, actually. He's a character from a Warhammer 40k system.
What's
called
up,
Dark
Warhammer?
Heresy, and he was the closest thing to the party's barbarian.
Yes. Let me hear it.
My dog is going nuts right now. Are you hearing this?
Oh, whiskey.
Destroy the heretics, brother.
Destroy the heretics.
Whisk, it's okay.
Oh, whiskey. He's so upset.
Maureen managed, Lil Green said Maureen managed to convince a pseudo-dragon to be her pet. Hey, guess what? Oric did that. Not pet, but companion. So that was fun. Played with my brother and sister with my dad DMing. She didn't have much of a unique personality, so I can't really bring her back and have her true to form.
Oof. Oof.
Oh, jeez.
Alright.
Does anyone remember who I'm drawing?
Hold up. My dog's about to bark, so let me mute real quick.
Rest in peace, headphone users.
Champ, go lay down.
He's made an appearance in a certain place.
Buddy, go lay down. Go lay down, sir.
I'm terrible with names.
Chippers.
I feel like I recognize him.
Go lay down, bud.
I haven't drawn him very often.
He's so pretty.
Unfortunately.
Dogs be wanting to misbehave. Is this Finn?
Yeah.
I knew it!
Hey.
He was not a bully whatsoever.
He just hung around bad people.
He did. He in his campaign. Yeah, he got into some bad places. But he was actually one of the precursors to. I told you that.
Yeah.
He was like the nicest guy ever.
Yeah, he was.
He happened to be the leader of a assassin's guild.
Oh, good.
And was like literally the best at his job.
Jesus.
Hey, Lynn.
Jesus.
Giant sword on back.
Yes. Hey, what? What?
Giant sword on back.
Oh God.
That was my character. Like she had a giant sword.
Y'all don't carry your swords on your back like that unless you're traveling. Even then, it's not. I could not stop.
This has been a
about...
history lesson from Lynn.
Okay.
Also, Robin, I did not steal your pseudo dragon. That lies.
Jesus had
My shadow sorcerer has a pseudo dragon he tried to tame.
Oh.
Jesus. First character was an overweight gnome rogue back in 3.0's, transition to 3.5. As the paladin turned his back, the bard would make a crowd and sing. I would steal from the crowd. He died from an infection of his arm that got blown off by an ogre.
Nice.
And a dirty shot by the DM.
Nice.
Long story. After that, I was forever DM.
God.
Jesus, what the hell?
I mean, I would too after that. Be like, you know what? I'm gonna control everything now.
My first
Tell
was
us.
patience.
Nope.
What do you mean? Oh,
Nope. Your first character was not patience, but your first character was a tiefling.
My first character was a tiefling.
And now you're back to playing a tiefling. What's up?
Huh?
Now you're back to playing a tiefling.
Back to playing a tiefling. I had Priya, who was a warlock. She was
3.5.
She never got that.
3.5 warlock, mind you.
3.5 warlock. She never got far enough to figure out
anything related to her patron stuff.
Anything at all related to her patron.
It's fine. It was a very short-lived session.
It was a very, very short-lived session.
Ouch.
And now I'm back to playing. I'm back to playing
whiskey.
Cole in
Ruh-roh.
I have Cole.
Yeah, cool.
And I have.
You have?
I'm sorry.
Oh my god! Dramatic pause.
The
I'm
suspense
sorry.
is killing me.
I had Aurea.
Yeah.
So.
The fact that it took you so long to remember Aurea's name is what kills me.
No, I'm sorry. I was trying to plug something in.
I haven't forgotten her yet.
I completely forgot that Lestern had stubble, and it's throwing me for a loop because I rarely draw characters with facial hair, and I'm like, wait, okay, I got it. Oh gosh,
Okay.
that is a mess.
Man, I'm remembering everything about this character, and now I'm just like, oh no.
oh no. Is it stuff you have to message me privately?
No, like you guys would know. Anyone who did like one of my one shots would know, like what's going on with this guy, because this guy originally was the leader of the Black Rose, which is a thieves guild in my world.
Whoops.
Whoops-a-daisy.
Oopsies.
Don't know who those guys are.
Nope, not at all.
Sure, they're fine.
No, he's fine, guys.
Daphne's just sitting there like, oh, they seem nice.
Oh, they seem alright. Oh, look, organized, guild? Question mark?
Yeah,
They're just garden stuff.
Yeah, no, just nice garden stuff.
fine.
And then they mess with Lucas, and it's like, alright, you need to die.
Yeah, we're just gonna kill this kid. It's fine.
Can you not?
I had the stupidest brain cell moment. So bear with me. Thayfrin getting upset and angry about something, and he just like takes his new hand and he cocks it like a shotgun.
Yes.
Please don't make me.
It's a finger gun.
I won't hesitate, bitch.
I won't hesitate.
Oh gosh, yes. I think I was joking about that, about him like putting himself to sleep by because he can cast sleep with it now, so he just like finger guns his head, just cast sleep on himself.
Oh,
like,
oh no, buddy.
Pump action hand. Little green
like,
said
I need a nap.
Speaking of weird ways to cast spells, Grayson used to kiss people to give them haste.
Oh.
When is that gonna make a comeback at any point?
Yeah, like he would do like a super dramatic like bend them down and give them a kiss, and that would give them haste.
Lynn, is that gonna come back at any point?
It might.
Oh,
I mean,
no.
He has haste now, but he hasn't used it.
Oh.
Oh no.
Wow.
But well, that he would just tell people that was his that's the somatic gesture needed for the spell.
Lies.
But it actually got us up.
Don't look at me.
We were in like an arena, and we had to fight this other pair of people, and then he was in the arena with our cleric named Raynor, and Raynor's like, "Oh, god damn it, go ahead and haste me," and he's like, "Okay." So he goes over and does like the dramatic like kiss and stuff, and then
Sticks his
our
leggy
DM
out.
just sat there. No, our DM just sat there, and then he rolled behind his screen, and then he just looks at us and goes, "The people you're fighting against think this is adorable, and they don't want to fight you anymore."
Oh my god!
Oh.
And I'm like, score. And then our cleric cast Insect Swarm.
Oh.
Good old
no.
insect swarm.
Yeah.
Insect plague is best spell.
So,
Ugh.
I feel like we have to get on topic at some point. No, you're fine. It's fine.
We're filling the space as we're talking about.
No, it's fair. It's fair. So, like, I guess I'm trying to think how to word it. Like, looking at my notes, something about how we I guess first started out role playing with these characters, and then how we handle it today. I guess is a good talking point to have.
I'm much louder now than I was before. I used to be
Oh yes,
so
definitely. I'm here.
quiet.
Me too.
I've gotten better with that.
I was so scared about like being the least bit like, just loud
It's
or
like-
boisterous in any way.
Yeah, it's like
and
you don't
now-
want to take up too much room. You're just like, oh,
Exactly. But now I'm like yelling over people. I'm like, hear me.
I've gotten to this point, and I'm gonna say it out loud in chat right now. It's actually great because it's actually a lot of fun now. Like when we first started playing Sacred World, everybody was like kind of like very withdrawn in themselves and like didn't want to like, you know, like overstep at any point, and we were just like kind of like gauging each other out. And so our characters would be very they'd be very downplayed. Like we would say what it is they're doing or feeling, but we would like try to keep it as like controlled as possible. And then if you're watching last night's stream, we were like constantly talking over each other, and we were all trying to be loud and just obnoxious. And Jeremiah is my favorite because he went from playing Carabao, who's like kind of like the quiet sort of rogue who usually he opens up more around West, to playing Ragnar, who is like dialed up to 10 at all times, and it's the best. Because he's just like, just constantly like, friends, I need to tell you things, and like just like shouting constantly. And whenever we're asked, yes.
Did you know them beforehand?
Did I know them beforehand?
Yeah.
No.
Did you know all of them before you started playing D&D?
No, absolutely not. We were all complete strangers.
How did you guys get this? I'm very curious now.
Okay. So it was, like my first time playing at the table with Jeremiah was literally my first time meeting Jeremiah as a person.
Oh my.
Session 0.
Session 0 was nuts. And the fact that, like, immediately his character walks into a bar, my character walks into a bar, Oria's in the corner, you know, being the elephant in the room.
Literally. being the elephant in the room.
But it was like one of those things where it was 3 of us, and we're all just, like, kind of not sure how we're supposed to gravitate around this situation where we're in a tavern. There's some weird things that are happening where guests are kind of going missing, and we keep getting free drinks. And it's funny because West has no concept of money. So he's just like, I'm just going to keep getting drinks, apparently. And at one point, Carabao makes a point to sit by West, and they kind of, like, start vibing off of each other.
Which is great.
It was so great. It was my favorite thing ever. And I was getting to that. And then Jeremiah, just out of left field, because he's a rogue, he's like, I want to steal something. And it's like, okay, what do you want to steal? And it's just like, he's like, I want to steal something. And it's like, all right, roll to stealth to see what you can steal. And he rolled, he got a natural 20. And it's just like, he pretty much mimicked his, because Carabao was drunk at the time. So he just like, arms up, slid down in his chair, and snuck into the kitchen to steal 1 head of cabbage.
Good.
And it was just like, he was like, invisible one moment to Wes, and then next thing you know, Wes looks over and there's this little guy holding a head of cabbage, and he's just like, how the fuck? It was like, where did that come from? Okay, I like you now. And then from there, we just kind of like, I hear weird dog noises in the background. I apologize if that could be picked up on mic because people are playing videos in the back room. But no, yeah, it's
a fresh head of cabbage to be
It was a fresh head of cabbage because like we couldn't find any fresh food around, but that was the one fresh head of cabbage in the entire kitchen. And
How dare you?
It was just like as the sessions continued, it was just like, oh my god, dog. We just kind of started like vibing off of each other more and more, and just I guess we just like learned about each other through our characters as we were role playing.
And then came the whole bit with the hill giant, and I think that's what made it solid.
I think that's what sealed the entire friendship. Was it's like, hey, there's a hill giant.
Sealed it.
Yes.
The incident with the hill giant and the bag of devouring.
Okay.
The fungus among us cave.
The fungus humongous cave was great. No, but yeah, definitely the hill. I think the hill giant was the first stepping stone.
You can explain that one to Rosette.
Gosh, I love telling the story. I've said it before, but I love telling the story. Freaking so we encountered a hill giant. It was just West the barbarian. We have Ariel the angel paladin, and we had Carabao, who was a rogue artificer, and Aurea, who was our druid. So we were like level 3 or 4 at that point.
3.
Oh boy.
We were like, it was kind of like one of those things where the hill giant was going to be a challenge for all of us to fight.
It was a deadly encounter.
It was technically considered a deadly encounter. And in one of the previous dungeons, we had discovered a bag of devouring, and so that was just kind of with us, and we didn't know what to do with it at the time.
Because what will we need?
We were like, what are we going to use that for? And so, as we were like getting to this point where we were trying to figure out what we were going to do, we come up with this whole thing where Actually, I think it was, we had 2 plans. My plan was, I'm going to grab the rogue because he's the smallest thing here. And he's going to have the bag of devouring in his hand, and I'm going to throw him at the hill giant and see if we can stick it on his head.
Oh my gosh.
And the second plan was we had a baby Medusa with us who couldn't control her petrification eyes.
Yeah.
So she couldn't control that. So the next plan was we were going to strap the baby to West's chest, and he was just going to run straight into combat and hope to God that the hill giant looked at her.
God.
That was our
like,
2
no, that's
plans.
Child endangerment.
Yeah, we're
Let's
like,
not
no,
do
that's
that.
child endangerment. Let's not do that. So we stuck with the first plan. And it was like West raged, West grabbed Carabao, West was gonna hike it all the way over as close as he could to the hill giant to throw Carabao, and that's when the DM had to go, okay, pause. What are you doing? Which I feel like that's an accomplishment in itself, to make a DM pause the game and go, what the fuck are you doing?
Alright, like what?
Like, what? Wait, hold up. What is happening? And from there, we explained the plan, and he's like, all right, let's see how this plays out. You can throw him, but you're going to be throwing with disadvantage. And I'm like, that's great. I'm raging, so I get advantage, so therefore it's now a flat roll. And so I rolled, and then I got a natural 20.
Of course you did.
Of course I did. And then I throw Carabao. Carabao has to make an acrobatics check. He succeeds on his acrobatics
20.
check. He also got, I think he got like over a 20. And we're
Yes.
like, of course you did.
God.
He sticks the bag on the hill giant's head. The DM rolls for the hill giant's strength check against the bag of devouring. The hill giant fails. And mind you, while this was happening, we had Carabao had thrown out like a smoke cloud at some point to try to obscure the giant. But the best part about the smoke cloud was the fact that,
as stated by our DM in chat,
Oh, no.
mind you, they saw the giant. Then we went on break. Jesus went to get water. I come back in the studio. These fuckers are all secretive and giggling.
yes, we were.
Oh no.
Yeah, so, and it was funny because Carabao had thrown out a smoke cloud at that time, but the smoke cloud was only like high enough to reach the hill giant's neck, so you see the entire body of the hill giant's obscured, but his head's poking out from the top, so we're like, well, that was a great plan to start.
Oreo also had casted and tangled too.
Yeah,
So with it, the giant had to roll a disadvantage on a strength save.
yeah, and he rolled a 19, but it wasn't a 20, so he failed. And then he couldn't escape the bag.
Of course.
And so the bag of devouring ate the giant, but then at the same time, the bag of devouring ripped and we lost it forever, so. I feel like that was the universe saying, I feel like it was the universe saying you're not allowed to have this anymore.
Oh, this is Hollis. This was technically my first, but she only lasted like a couple of sessions. I drew half-elf ears really weird back then.
That's actually cute. I really like it.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. I like drawing interesting
she
ears.
She was the closest that I had to like a self-insert, because she was like just cute little gal with big old glasses.
Aw.
Aw.
And it was like the closest that I had when I was first starting out to like a self-insert. But she also had a dead brother. That's apparently a thing with my characters.
You just have to, that's
None of
just
their
your stick.
siblings stay alive.
So,
Guys, Grayson's my self-insert. What does that say?
Oh no.
I
He
mean,
was.
it says something about your type.
Listen.
I will not
Did
be
you-
disrespected on my own Demiplane.
Would you like me to exit the Demiplane, Lynn?
No, you're fine. Did you get the picture I sent you earlier of that guy from Pokemon?
No, hold on, I'm gonna look at it.
Shane mentioned my first 5e character was a half-orc barbarian named Crust. Not pronounced like Lynn's. He had a falling out with the party when he stole a pirate ship, and the party wouldn't respect his authority as captain. He left and came back for the final arc of the campaign. Favorite memory of him was unintentionally seducing an entire port town dive bar with a critical intimidation check.
Oh no! Wait, seduce intimidation.
I made the check. DM cut the rest of the party shenanigans. Next day, they find me in the bar in a sea of naked scoundrels.
Whoops!
Ew.
Oh gosh.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'll never... Lynn, you need to collect royalties on that Pokemon game.
Right.
I can't believe they put Grayson in that game and didn't tell you.
Oh, God.
He pops up in my like Pinterest every now and then, like people who like draws and just like him. I'm like, excuse me.
Excuse me. What are you doing with my brand? Oh God, what is my brand? I'm trying to think. I'm looking between.
Professor Socks, Rosette, is your water. Thank you.
That Dead Brothers are your brand.
Dead Brothers
Awesome.
are Dead Brothers are Rosette's brand. Lynn's brand is
Tall.
Oh no, Robin just reminded me. I'm also now playing someone's dead brother because I'm playing a Revenant.
Oh, whoopsies.
And he's a dead brother. Oops.
Oopsie doopsie.
Yeah, that happened.
It is your brand confirmed.
Apparently.
Oh man, I'm trying to pinpoint where my brand comes in.
Professor Socks, it's big, hairy, angry men.
You know what? I realized that when I play Ziffer, that's going to be true. So yes, absolutely. Big, hairy, angry men.
Angie.
Oh God,
How the heck am I
I'm gonna be so excited when I actually get to canonly play them. That's gonna be nuts. Cause like I have to pay attention to what cause it's the sequel essentially. So that means I have to pay attention to what's happening currently in the Sacred World campaign and see what the state of the world is.
Pay attention?
I actually have to pay attention. I know.
Oh God.
Usually I just like act like I'm paying attention and then I hope that somebody repeats it to Wes because they know he's dumb enough to not listen. It's like hopefully someone will hold my hand. Usually it's Aurea, but Aurea's not here anymore.
No, you got a small Angie tiefling that is doing his best.
Alright, so there's mine.
I also realized I drew Lester in like way more, like his face is so much longer than it's supposed to be so much longer.
I like his
It's
nose.
kinda
It's
squat.
cute.
He's fine.
It's being compressed by the hat.
Takes the hat off, his face elongates.
It's like
Exactly.
it's like the whole Rock Lee thing where he takes the weights off and it's just like creates a crater. That's gonna be the hat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He,
Yeah.
he takes
I've
the hat
never-
off and his head's like this.
Sproing.
I've
It's a
never made a
slinky.
self-insert character, really.
Funny enough, this is an old self-insert. So one of the first games I played was a 3.5 game, and it was like probably like the most laid back D&D game I ever played because we played it in between classes at community college. And the DM would literally just show up with his whole binder and we would sit in the cafeteria while we were like waiting like for our next class, and he'd be like, all right, so here's the adventure today, you're gonna go here, here's what's gonna happen, and we would just like start rolling dice and playing. And so I just out off the fly at the time, I created basically, I was like, all right, what's the easiest class for me to grasp right now? I'm gonna play a fighter. And so I pick a fighter, and I was in this, I never was very good actually. People laughing.
What?
Loud people. No. Goodness. Being indoors is fun. So I was always of the persuasion. I was never good at actually building characters from the get-go. I was never good at this. And I would usually just, oh shit, I'm still not good at this. I just usually make a self-insert. And I was always the person that if I was playing a video game where it asks you to input your name, I would just input my name. I would just use my own name. I wouldn't come up with my own. I was be like, it's me.
I was the kind of person that would just input like the canon name of the
Yeah,
character.
I would do
and then
that
I'd be
too.
like, put your thing. It's like every time I play the game, I'm no, this dude's just Link. I don't.
It's
call him
just
something
Link.
Weird.
Yeah,
It's
if it's
literally Link.
yeah. If it's like if it was a game that already had a pre-selected like character name like in all like the Final Fantasies and Legend of Zelda, I would stick with the pre-selected names. Whereas like when I would play like either Mass Effect or Skyrim, and they would ask me to create a character, make a name, I would just make myself, and then I would write my name in, and then that's what I would do.
Good.
So they were just all self-inserts, and so my first D&D character was essentially a self-insert of myself at a time. So that's them.
I just make a character that
I was a generic fighter. Fight me.
I guess my intent with Gray was like, let's make some guy that I wish I was.
Mood.
I wish I was rich. And
I started doing that recently. Let me make a
Yeah.
character that I wish I was, and so that's when I made West.
Yeah.
And then I made Zipper. And then...
To be fair, Saffron started out as a like Dr. Frankenstein fan art, and then I was
I'm
like,
here for
let's
it.
just kind of make like a Dr. Frankenstein like character, just like, you know, a
Mhm.
nerd that thinks they're doing good things but is really just accidentally becoming a mad scientist.
Oh my god.
And then he became his own beast, and I'm like, I love this boy.
It's funny. I had absolutely... Yeah.
I was just saying, I've said this before. Grayson was essentially Dorian Gray.
Good.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I mean, I get the whole like book thing. I'm like, I'm gonna make a bored rich man who gets into trouble because he's bored
And rich.
and rich, and then
He's bored
and
and
then
rich, and he has
when
money.
you start playing him, then you're just like, oh no, now it's got anxiety.
Oh, look what you've done. He's got anxiety. All right, I'm gonna make my second D&D
I know
character.
who you're making.
Who am I making?
I don't remember the name, but I know exactly who
Oh,
you're making.
you're close, but this is actually my second D&D character that I made. But you are close.
really?
This
Okay.
is where I did get the initial design from. So, and this is actually where I got my my Twitter name. This is literally where I got all of my all of my like social media's name from. Oh god. I forgot how to draw
he
him.
looks exactly like my bearded dragon. I'm just letting you know this.
Oh, I mean, so there's this thing called We Have a Brain Cell, right?
Yes, we've discovered this.
Lynn and I apparently share one brain cell, so whatever you imagine Lynn and I look like, you're actually wrong, and it's a snail.
It's both.
It's a snail.
It's a snail. No, I
Here,
thought
dude.
we were a bus full of lizards.
Oh, that's correct.
Yep.
So
Bus
it's a
full of
snail.
lizards.
It is a snail driving a bus, and the bus is full of lizards. Oh my god.
Tweeter.
Good.
Tweeter. Yes.
To quote Vic from an earlier reroll podcast, Wes is just with me with testosterone.
You're correct. That's exactly what it is.
Tweeter.
That's who he is.
Tweeter.
Oh my goodness, I don't remember what. No. Oh no, I remember.
Says Tweeter and shoot. Robin, you've got me talking weird. Thank you.
Good. That was the intended goal of this entire thing.
Yes.
So, like, to try to stay on track,
What's up?
how has your role playing changed since you first started, and your characters changed? How you handle them?
Oh, I am so less shy at the table now. Like I used to just like not want to like.
Definitely.
I never wanted to try too hard because I didn't want people to look at me and be like, "Oh my god, shut up." So I was like
think
never.
I
Yeah.
actually got close to crying once in one of my sessions. Like,
Oh, I have
most-
officially cried in one of my sessions now. I have officially cried in one of my sessions. I'm actually excited to say that. It was when Aria left.
Look, I cried too.
I think we all kind of
Because-
cried.
Vic found a way to make me sad.
'Cause I'm an asshole like that.
I think I technically like got close to crying, and I got literally choked up when spoiler alert, Marima died.
Aww.
My rogue, because I was not the worst part was I was not expecting her to die,
Uh-huh.
and it was the most like underwhelming death ever. It was just we
Oh,
were
God.
on a side quest, and because one of our players was absent, so we went on a side quest to go try and arrest some serial killers, and there was only 2 of them, and there were 3 of us. And my rogue decided that it was a good idea because the 13-year-old Kitsune almost died. She was like, heck no, this serial killer is not getting away that easy, and she ran upstairs to where the other one was, got yoinked by a mimic door, and then the other serial killer just came out and literally just, oh nice, and then stabbed her like 6 times in the chest and died.
Oh god.
Oh,
For the record, I
jeez.
have us muted.
And they literally
For the record, I have us
then
muted
had
right
to
now.
go upstairs and find her, and like everyone else started like almost crying, and I was just sitting there with like my face buried in my hands, and I was like, well, this is it. And they had to go to a demon plane and save her.
I don't think I've ever cried.
Like
No,
Yet.
Ever.
Yet.
Ever.
no tears.
No.
Yet, Lynn. Yet.
Yeah. like after like
I will test it.
I'll be super invested, and like I can be shocked and stuff, but I've never actually like openly cried. I did when I was writing old Grayson's journal. When he found out his dad died, and he was writing a letter to his dad.
No.
And he was like lamenting about how like, I'm sorry, like you always supported me. I never listened to you. I never got close enough to you, and like it was very sad.
Oh man.
Talking about how his mom didn't love him. It was a great time. Like that was super depressing, but
Man.
I
gotta step up my game.
I love how Jesus just throws us all under the bus. All you fuckers cried a few times, don't lie.
Yeah, I've cried a few times. I cried, let me think. Let me count all the times I cried.
I RP cry. Like if my character's super emotional about something, I'll like channel that, but I'll immediately snap out of it. Like I'm just like, I'm fine. Grayson's not.
That's what I did. First emotional time playing Oria was when Karemaga was destroyed by a humongous water.
Yeah, I remember you cried during that session.
I was really getting into character with Oria because I was literally about to have her make a deal with the hag to try to get this whole destruction to stop.
Ori was like so full of bad decisions at the beginning of the campaign.
She was full of a whole bunch of bad decisions.
She was like, I'm gonna make a deal with the hag because I want this to stop. I'm gonna sacrifice myself for this. And I'm like, no the fuck you're not.
Yeah, West had a really tough
And now West is on the other end of that spectrum, and it's just like, yeah, I'll throw myself off a cliff for these people. Let me quickly make a deal with the demon in hell. Excuse me, not demon, devil. Specifics.
Exactly.
Otherwise, I'd be corrected.
I'm watching chat.
Yes?
Vic, the similarities between my Dragonborn dude and West are staggering. Considering we didn't know each other.
I'm afraid now.
At all.
For multiple reasons.
I sent you his thing.
No, I know you did. I read it, and I was like, nah.
Yeah.
Jesus said you don't know that at Vic.
I don't know that, but I can assume. Hot tip of the day. Argue with your DM and see where it gets you.
Oh gosh.
I argue with you every day.
I tortured one of my DMs once with puns.
Oh god.
So much that by the end he just, I don't even remember what started. I think he just posted like a picture of some character art that he thought was cool, and it was of like someone on like a snowy mountain or something. So I just started making ice puns and like cold puns, and he was just like, stop. And I was just like, what? No need to give me the cold shoulder. And he's like, no. And I was like, come on, dude, chill. And he's like, okay, you're done.
You're done.
And I was like, oh man. Like by the end of it, I'm pretty sure my character's entire family and town was then dead.
Oh god.
But I mean that character was kind of an asshole anyway. Her name was Evelyn. She was a draconic sorcerer halfling, and she had like Napoleon complex out the wazoo, and it was kind of hilarious.
Rip.
It actually culminated in something really funny. She got really suspicious of a grave digger in the campaign once, so I just kept moving my token in 20 to get next to it, and while the DM was still trying to narrate another character's like dialogue that was all the way across like the graveyard, he was also moving the gravedigger's token like around in circles. I just kept moving my token close to it, and he just got so like fed up by like, eventually he's like, okay, make a strength saving throw, your girl's getting pushed over. And she was a halfling, so of course she got pushed over by the hobgoblin gravedigger that was just like, enough.
He's like, stop.
I was like, oh, Cade, please.
Oh man, I just realized I'd lined that whole thing on the sketch layer.
No.
Good job. A+.
That's what happens when you talk about crying. That's
You then give
that's
each
your
other
lesson for the
reason
day. That's your lesson for the day. Don't have feelings.
So
Don't talk about crying.
were any of you guys in like theater or
Yes.
improv or anything like
Yes.
that?
I was.
I was.
Can you tell?
My
Oh.
older sister was, but
Ooh.
I never actually ended up getting into theater. I wanted to. It looked cool as
Yes.
heck.
I was in theater, and I also did character cosplay. So I was like really into doing the whole like, you know, be in character and be someone who's not me.
Do you think it helped with your role playing?
Yes. Hold on, I mean like I'll give you a devil in hell. Excuse me, Jesus.
What do you say?
Is that a threat or are you taking me out?
I'll give you a devil in hell.
Are you flirting with me or threatening with me? Because there's a fine line.
If you see the old kick or divine and conquered, that's our
That's the DM.
DM.
I will repeat myself again. Are you threatening me or flirting with me? Because that's a fine line. Wow, my Grayson just came out.
What was the thing? I'm choking you. I know.
I know. Could you like move your hand up a little? Yes, there we go.
Sticks out leg. But no, I think I was in Odyssey of the Mind. If anyone knows what that is, that was like a thing that's big. It's big, like they have like international competitions and stuff, but basically it's I was in it for since middle school to high school, and you basically have a problem you have to solve, and you have to like create a skit around it to solve the problem. And you also have
fun.
So like I'm trying to think of one. One of them was like, oh, you have to tell the story of Hercules and like 2 of his like 12 trials he had to do, but you have to do it where he solves these puzzles like in between, and then you have to have all of these requirements and then write a play around it.
Oh my god.
Oh,
And
that
sounds hard.
It was very difficult, and I did it for like 7 years or something. We went to like international competitions, but
Oh,
they would also
damn.
do improv competitions where you would like sit at a table and they'd be like, all right, here's a bunch of sticks. What can someone do with these? And you had to go round robin and like as quickly as you can just improv stuff.
that's amazing.
It was
so
super
fun.
it was super fun, super cool.
Oh, man.
And yeah.
That reminds me of a play I was going to be a part of where the entire thing, it was called Curate Shakespeare's As You Like It, and it was 6 people on stage, but we were also, it was a play, but within the play we were also having to enact as Shakespeare's As You Like It. So it was
Oh my god.
6 people having to cover all of the parts for the play As You Like It, while at the same time improving and playing the characters that we are supposed to play, who are actors in a theater, that there are only 6 people running a show, but at the same time we're also having to run the As You Like It show at the same time, and nobody was allowed to leave the stage.
My gosh.
Yeah, like the whole thing,
That
it was like the
sounds
only
hard.
time, like all the actors had to be on stage at all times because we were like, it was like a black box sort of theater. So it was, we're on stage and we have to keep acting even when we're not doing our parts. And it was somebody else's turn to act. We had to go in the background and like mime, like doing something. Like either like moving some props or like discussing something else or getting somebody's makeup ready for the next act. Like we were constantly like having to be in a role. And the only time we were allowed to leave the stage was for intermission. And then we had to come
my
back
God.
and then keep going until the end of the play. It was exhausting. And my part was
exhausting.
the character who it was, I want to say it was the easiest and the hardest role at the same time, because whenever she would she had like this psychological tick where she was afraid to play an actual character role. So her thing was she had to her only thing was she would read all of the stage directions and all of the exposition for the scene.
Oh my gosh.
And then she would also play all the parts of the animals. And then
Oh,
she would
gosh.
also play in, like, it was like, because like she had chunks and chunks of dialogue where she had to you know, read out the scene and read, like, you know, the scenery, and like she would say some of the stage directions, and she would like she would play some animals, and also I had to sing all of the songs. So I had to sing all of the songs, and the best part was this character has a mental break, and she finally snaps, and the whole end of the play is her reciting word for word nonstop the whole monologue for All the World's a Stage.
Oh my god.
So I had to have that memorized by the end of the play.
Oh my god.
So that was woof.
Yeah. Sounds
Do you
like
think-
quite the endeavor.
Do you think that like super helps for like coming up with stuff on the fly, like
Oh,
improv?
Absolutely. I always think I'm terrible at improv, but I feel like that play alone gave me at least a little bit of an edge for having like that small brain cell that goes, but wait, here's the thing.
Oh
Wait.
yeah, I am.
Like, it's
I
just like
am
that instinctual-
trash at improv.
I feel I'm not the best at improv, but I feel like I have, like, if I
You're not
keep,
the worst.
I'm not the worst. Like, if you throw something improv at me, I'll eventually get into it, but I won't, like, straight up freeze on you.
They gave us a tab.
Yeah, I have a thing where I freeze it, and
Also-
then I'll just like very slowly keep talking.
That's fair. It's fair.
I'm thinking. Just let me
Just-
have a second.
Just the easiest thing you can do, I think, my trick is you just have to keep talking, and then the gears start to work, and then suddenly you have a thing. So the whole trick is to just kind of keep talking and act like you know what you're talking about, because I did that all day today, where somebody was
Oh,
like,
God.
that. I mean,
God.
oh my goodness, whiskey, baby boy, oh my goodness, yeah. Like, I feel like I've also taken that into the workforce, where having to work in a specific store environment where somebody walks up to me and I'm not part of the tech department, I'm just putting things away, and they're like, hey, what can you tell me about this printer? And do you think I should pick this printer? It's like, should I pick this printer with these features or this printer with these features? And the immediate response I go for is, well, I think that's a personal preference. I think it all comes down to personal preference. What do you think? And then they're like, you know what? And I'm like, yes.
Please make the decision for me.
I still need to run a fiasco with you guys.
Oh,
because
please.
If you all want some improv, that is.
I
the
would
way.
love to, Lynn, I'd love to do some improv with you, please. Thank you.
So that
My
game
theater monkey's
essentially-
itching.
Oh, it's good. It's good stuff. Like John's played it before, and
I'm
he
so
loves
excited.
it. So it's user friendly.
Oh, good. Oh, good. John approves. I'm so glad.
We played. It's 100% improv.
Oh
Not
boy.
100%. Not 100%. But basically,
lied.
you what you do is like I have these books that will give you the relationship and like the bits and pieces to the story you need to tell,
Mhm, mhm.
like location, objects, and then like your relationship to the other person. And it's all based off of a dice roll.
Good.
So you roll a bunch of dice, and then you're like, okay, I'm gonna burn number 6, and I'm gonna take me and Vic are going to be roommates, and then we write that down, and then
then they
you
were
just keep going
roommates.
until you run. Exactly. You just keep going until you run out of dice, and at the very end, when everyone has a relationship and like a want or a need together, and a setting and a backstory ish, you just tell a story.
Oh,
That
I would
sounds
so
so much
love it.
fun.
And then halfway through it, you do what's called the tilt, and you basically throw a wrench in your story just to see what would happen, and then you have to play.
Oh,
going.
man. That sounds like so much fun.
That really does.
I would love to play that
Ours-
game.
Ours was the one I had John play with me. It was called Rock Band, and we were
Oh.
all in a rock band together. I was the druggie who was the drug dealer of the band, but I was also the groupie.
So you were
And
so
I
you're
was
dipping into
the-
your funds.
Yes. But I was obsessed with John's character, who was the guitarist, whose name was Max Moon. And he just wanted to like hang out with as many, we went back to our small town, and you had to like hang out with your old family and like your old friends, and like
Ugh.
we had to throw a concert in our old high school.
Oh,
And, like their manager was actually trying to steal all their money, and somehow drugs got lost in the school, and we had to
Oh,
go find them, and everyone
no.
got thrown in jail.
Gosh.
Like,
ooh. This sounds
We also wanna
weirdly
do
like the
one.
high school AU.
I was
Right?
about to say that sounds like Catherine's endeavor.
This is I know, it's like, that sounds like some kind of fiasco the Sea Devils will get into. Oh, we gotta go play at our own high school. Oh my god. Tin, how'd you lose the drugs?
Paris, come back.
Tin be like, don't look at me.
My character's name was Gooch.
Gooch.
Good.
He was like, "What's up, guys?" It was so
Good
funny.
I
Lord.
realizing now I have a very distinct head shape. It's just round rectangle.
Yes.
That is my head shape. I am fine with this.
It's a good head shape. Like,
It is a good.
I think we all have like specific head shapes that we're good at drawing here. Like, I've got I'm gonna say square.
Good.
Mine is jawline.
Jawline.
That's the head shape.
The head shape is jawline.
The head shape is just jawline. Just oof.
It's so
Look at that.
good, though. My characters have
Cut
no
diamonds.
jawline. My characters just have.
Hey, but it's you've got a good distinctive shape. Like, somebody could take one look and be like, "Oh, that's your art." That's always good to have.
Thank-
Yeah. I like how you draw your characters. There's like a certain whimsy to it that I just really appreciate.
Oh, thank you.
It's whimsical. It makes
It's
me
whimsical.
happy.
It looks like I could see them in a storybook, a really grim storybook.
Yes.
I like how you had to like preface that like a very sad one.
A very, very sad one.
A very dark one.
I'm drawing old Grace and I feel disgusting. God, why did I do this to your hair, buddy? I'm sorry.
Oh gosh, you should have seen Thaffron's old hair. Look, I can remember how I used to draw that. He had slicked back hair and it was a disaster. And it was hilarious because again, I had like one hairstyle and it was like the vampire point where it like came to a point right at the center
Oh my gosh.
and then just got like all the way swept back and I'm like, ugh.
Duh.
That's what Grayson has. He's got the widow's peak.
Exactly. Oh gosh. They had the same hair.
Oh
They
no.
do.
And then they were brothers.
Ah.
Oh, too tan.
Well, one of us has to die.
Crap.
There can only be one. There could only be one tragic
that's
gothic
easy.
boy.
That's easy, Thaffron. He's always dying.
I gave Grayson the like anime hair because I didn't know what else to give him.
I like the chicken butt.
Yes, he always had the chicken butt hair.
Oh gosh. This used to be I'm looking at the old picture of Thaffron right now. One, he looked completely dead inside.
Oh god.
Well, that
And-
hasn't changed.
No, now he just looks perpetually anxious. He doesn't look at all ill to.
No.
But and then he had like this kind of hair where it was just like slicked back, really weird, and he didn't have like the tuft of hair down below his ears or anything. It all just stopped right at his ears.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, he used to have a monocle?
Oh,
Gosh.
we're learning things.
Glasses back then,
You-
he just had a monocle.
Oh
You
my
need to
god.
bring that back.
Oh gosh. Oh yeah, we were talking about if he ended up with the Eye of Vecna, he would need the glasses for his for the Eye of Vecna, so he'd just go back to a monocle.
Oh.
That's perfect. It's meant to be. You
So, so gloved hand, monocle. This is like
Yes.
this is like
He's becoming an old Victorian character, and I
oh
love it.
god.
Hey, Pride and Prejudice AU, please.
Yes,
Yes.
please.
Gosh, I think I actually ended up drawing him like old Pride and Prejudice outfit once.
Lynn, where's my Pride and Prejudice Grayson? Thank you.
Yes.
I'm waiting on him. I'm waiting on it.
Do you want me
Grayson in a
to?
powdered wig.
I did make a Addie version.
I know you did. Oh,
You're like,
God.
I
I
want the
want-
Grayson
I
one."
want the Grayson one.
It's
Give.
just the guy. It's literally him.
Yeah, I know it's Mr. Darcy. He's always Mr. Darcy.
He just wants everyone to just not exist in his vicinity.
He's like, can you please just leave me alone? And why do I have to keep going to these parties? And oh my god, she's asking me to dance.
Oh gosh, he used to have like a colored upper lip. What did I do to you, Thaffron? What was your face?
What happened to you, my son?
he almost had like lipstick. Like, why did I give him an upper lip? I don't give my characters upper lips unless they're girls. Look at Hollis. She has the one upper lip in my roster.
They've murdered my boy.
Oh gosh, and I'm doing like the exact same like facial expression that he used to have. He used to have just half-lidded eyes and the monocle and the straight mouth. He looked so dead inside.
Shook if.
He still had the little 3-bump nose though, so at least that stayed the same. It was crooked as heck though in the old version. Oh gosh.
Robo. Oh my gosh. Tad's like he had an upper lip. They're dying.
Rip.
It's so shocking to everyone.
It's like we're learning like all this like cursed Thafrin lore.
Yes.
I love it. I love it so much.
He was cursed before he was cursed. Who would have thought?
X-Files theme plays in the distance.
The collar for his shirt used to be weird.
Don't you dare.
Why did I think that this fashion? He didn't even have a cape. He just had a weird collar for his shirt.
I think it's funny that my first iteration of West, when I first made him and played him, is essentially going to be comic book West. And I love that so much.
Yep.
He lives on forever.
He lives on forever, oblivious and happy.
Honestly, that's why I'm like, I would never be sad if any of my characters die, because I'm like, they're in so many different things.
Yep.
So they won't actually ever die.
They won't ever die. I'll be
You can't kill them no matter how hard you try.
I will be sad, but not surprised when Wes dies. That's how I'll feel. I'll just be sad, but not surprised. I'll be like, yeah, you had a run, buddy. I knew this was gonna happen.
God.
Time to pull out character number 540.
That friend was so
Look, we freaked out the second that Wes died in campaign.
I love my delayed reaction.
You mean when you walked out of the studio room to go and flop on the floor?
Yeah, because it was like, oh, West is dead. It was like, West is down. I'm like, okay. And then it's like, West is dead. Okay.
And then we went on break, and Vic went out in the.
I went in the living room and just laid on the floor.
And I'm like,
okay,
it's like, what just?
I'm like, what just happened? Did West just die? Did West just die and come back within 5 minutes? What the fuck?
Oh god!
It was too much for me to handle. It was the wildest time.
It's entire sketch
which is his.
layer.
Which is his.
Check your layers, bro.
Check your layers. Layer check, bro. We all we do it all on one layer, like idiots.
Frick, we'll do it on one layer.
OG Grayson didn't have his cleft chin.
Nope.
That's sacrilege.
Nope. Fix it. I won't allow it.
But then, like later on, when I was designing his parents,
wait, let me try something.
Got it from his mom.
Wait, I'm gonna do something.
What?
It's gonna be so cursed, but hold on.
So magic.
What?
Wait, I got something.
Wait.
Yes! Wait, we are clearly missing something here. Hold up. No.
Oh
Of course. And the popped collar.
Oh, perfect.
We've made art.
Yeah. He's gonna go tie someone up and put him on the train tracks.
It's how it is, see? Oh gosh.
Well, Grayson got attacked by a goddamn Jigglypuff.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
Oh gosh.
God.
I will be very sad, but again, like Vic, I won't be surprised when that's eventually
It's like
dies.
sadness, but not surprised.
Exactly.
It'd be like, I should have seen this coming, and that's bad on me.
I mean, I see it coming a mile away.
Yeah, I
He's
see.
got the freaking hand of Vecna.
That's fair. I see.
He's dead on arrival.
Hey, why don't you tell Rosette about what Wes did in the Drow library?
Oh, that was my favorite moment. Okay, so we're going back to the Underdark, so that's the best part. So there's a library in the Underdark where there's this, so the library, you walk, when you go towards it, there's like a glyph that like cancels all magic, so you can't use any of your magic items whatsoever in there.
Oh no.
Then that's already fun. So West was like the first one to go into this library because it's just like, fuck magic, I don't have anything magic. And he just walks right in, and it's just like this creepy like little like gray gnome looking guy. And he's like, "Oh, welcome to the library. Would you like to peruse our selection?" And there's like there was like 3 like emblems in the library, and they were for Bakab, Ouijas, and Vecna.
Oh no.
And it was funny because like in that moment when
because for Vecna it was the eye. Yeah,
when Vecna was mentioned, like there was that moment where I was like, I felt myself like leaning towards meta, and I was like, don't do it. I'm like, but Wes doesn't know what Vecna is, so I have to keep going. And so
Wes was like, oh, eye.
Look at that eyeball. So
he says
he's
that
like, I don't know what wow, that's a weird eyeball. And then he's just like, I don't know what this place is. And they're like, well, if you, for a price, you can learn any knowledge you want in the world, and like in the universe, actually. He's like, this library contains all of the knowledge in the universe. You just have to pay the price in order to read it. And West is like, cool. I don't know how to read. And it was funny because this library like worked like with a dimensional space. So when you walked in and you looked behind you, the door was like 100 yards away. So it was like, God. It didn't want you to leave. And when Wes said, I don't know how to read, the length between him and the door shrunk.
Yes.
And they're like, nope, not this one. He has nothing to offer.
Ouch. Oh, gosh.
Oh.
No, but wait.
It was so great. And we're going to go back there. And now Wes knows how to read, so we'll see how this goes.
And they're bringing a knowledge cleric down there with them, too.
Oh, good.
Which is my boy.
I'm gonna read Shortbeard's message, which says Rose's character looks like the lead in an animated series that you think is okay for your kids to watch while channel surfing, but then have to shut it off when people start dying and cursing.
Yes. Good. That makes sense.
I will say when I first saw your art, the first vibe that I got for it was Over the Garden Wall, and that's like my favorite short animated series ever.
Oh my gosh.
That
is truly an honor. I still need to watch it though.
What?
I still haven't seen
Rosette!
it.
Oh my god!
Hey y'all, watch party on the Alistair Discord.
Yeah, let's watch. Please. I would love to have a watch party for Over the Garden Wall. It is like my favorite animated series. Oh my god.
Honestly,
Watch party.
Gravity Falls is what got
Gravity.
me,
Yes,
like,
Gravity Falls too.
Doing digital art because I was like, this was really sad. I mostly got into digital art so that I could post fan art of Gravity Falls on Tumblr. That's no curse this is. But
I respect you so much that you did it for fan art.
Where does your artwork come from?
I don't know.
You didn't like watch his TV series and
I actually watched a lot of cartoons as a child because I had no friends. So all I would do was watch TV, and my parents would be like, "You watch too much TV," and I'm like, "Cool, I don't have any friends." So, I kind of had a collection. I think my my style now that I've been like finalizing, I got my love for animating and comic book making actually from because I used to read a lot of manga growing up. Rumiko Takahashi was like my first inspiration for starting to draw comics. So I read a lot of Ranma 1/2. I read a lot of Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I just realized something.
What?
I'm gonna send it to you real fast.
Oh boy. So I read a lot of Full Metal Alchemist, and then I think what initially kind of I see that press X to doubt Thafron up there. Thank you.
He's looking at old paper like, what the
Squint.
heck are you?
I love that little squinty face. I think once we finish with this canvas, we should clear it out and we should just do a whole row of our characters peeking in from the side, like what Thafron does.
Yes.
That's like my favorite thing ever. No, so I think Avatar: The Last Airbender is where I got kind of inspired to like start like writing and writing my own content and trying to make my own comics. And like I had like little comic books that I would draw, and like I keep them folded up, and I would just put them. I wouldn't. I think the only person I ever showed them to was Tabitha, because I would draw them out and I'd be like, look at this. So I would draw out comics, and I just never showed them to anyone. I think because I had a Tumblr, I had a personal Tumblr for like the longest time. I don't use it anymore. But then I think it was. Did Overwatch do it? Did Overwatch make me do my art Tumblr?
Yes.
Yes. Overwatch made me
do it.
Overwatch made me get an art. Yeah, it's Overwatch's fault. Overwatch made me do my own specific art Tumblr because I was obsessed with drawing Jesse McCree. I don't know where you can see that inspiration from on this canvas right now.
No.
Perish the thought.
Never. So because I would just draw Jesse McCree nonstop because I loved him so much, and so I have like a whole like slew of content which you can, if you want to go scour through my old art. It's under.
I'll post it in chat.
No, they have to look for it. They have to earn it. It's under the same name I used for my Twitter. So if you follow me on Twitter, you'll be able to find it.
Tab.
So if you follow me on Twitter, you'll know what handle to look under for Tumblr.
I never let
Don't
anyone near
you
my
dare! I want them to
I never
earn it.
had a Tumblr because I never figured out how it worked.
It was a curse, and I think I spent so much time being frustrated on Tumblr because I would post something and it would just get no traction, and I'll be like, why? But I remember one time I got mad because I made an Overwatch shitpost one time, and it got like so much traction. I think I had like the most I had on it was like 10,000 notes, and I was like super excited about it. And then a month later, somebody makes the same joke, and then they earn just as much notes faster, and I'm like, I did it first. I was like, damn it.
So you want to know what I think
recycling
what
a
the
joke.
funniest thing was?
What?
fan art. And that was Jacksepticeye.
Jacksepticeye, oh my god.
Don't
What
worry
I
about it.
think was the funniest thing
What?
was the shit post that you made. Someone reposted it on the Pinterest.
I think that's when you know you made it as an artist, when you find your art reposted on Pinterest with your logo cropped out.
Yes.
That's when you know you've made it.
I haven't made it, y'all.
No, we'll get there, Lynn. We'll be able to watch it. We'll be able to search Alistair on Pinterest one day.
One day.
One day.
I am just excited
One
and
day,
shocked by
Mom.
the fact that if you look up the name Saffron on Google, my art actually comes up because no one else actually thought to name their character that. Yes, press X to doubt. He's like, I see this and I don't like it. What are you?
He needs angrier brows.
Go for it.
Hey Vic, I still like this one.
Sausage brows.
Oh my god, if you look up my character's name, like his full name, he actually shows up.
That's amazing.
Hey.
Images. And I'm like, oh my god.
If I look up my character's name, I get a compass.
I'm going through Vic's old art.
Oh, that was my brand. I like to draw generously men with generous chest muscles. That was my brand.
Good.
Because I have fan art. Tabitha's looking at it right now. I have fan art of Soldier 76, just like, because the joke was like Soldier 76 is like,
he has pecs but no ass.
he's got pecs but no ass, so like that was the joke. And so I drew him just like standing there with a mug that said Rack City. So
Good.
Oh my god. Okay.
yes,
I found it. I googled Grayson's full name, and I found a Twitter post that I made September 16th, 2018, where I actually gave him a body.
oh,
What?
Hold, please.
What is this?
I just make the stupidest Overwatch art. Oh my god.
But look at the freaking notes that you had gotten on it.
I know! Why can't my art get that kind of attention on Twitter? In all fairness, I did draw a really pretty Jack.
I still like this one.
I think I had a niche for drawing what's the word? Trashy old men.
Yeah. Yeah,
I had a niche for drawing monsters and trashy old men.
This is still one of my favorite things.
Oh, the beans. Oh, I love the Reaper beans. Those
They
are
made
that was oh god. I don't even remember where that came from, but somebody came up with like Reaper having like these little like chicken versions of himself called Reaper beans, and they were like the cutest goddamn thing to happen. And I would like draw 1,000,000 of them because they're so cute, and they would just constantly be screaming "die, die." Like that was their thing. It's like, oh my god,
They're so cute.
I know, I love them.
Okay.
And
I kind of
sometimes
want to just send this one just because it's funny.
sometimes my favorite thing to do would be like to draw them facing the other way,
'Cause you
like
can
as
see
little
the
blobs.
butts.
So yeah, hold on, I'm drawing it so you can see the little butts.
Good.
Okay, we have successfully filled out a canvas. I'm
Yay.
gonna save that.
Oh no, they're posted your Twitter, Vic.
No,
Your Tumblr.
Tabitha.
I didn't do
It
it.
wasn't Tabitha. It was Hannah.
Oh, Hannah found it.
Oh gosh, I gotta click on
Dude,
this.
Oh no,
Hannah found it.
everyone's about to go on a journey.
Oh god, which one did she find? That's the one that Hannah found you.
That was my most successful Pride post. Like it was like the first. It was the first day of Pride Month.
That's the one.
It was
Sorry,
okay. And for the record, before everyone keeps losing their shit, I drew that 2 years before it was canonized that Soldier 76 is gay. And I drew that on the first day of Pride Month, and I posted it. And I said, Happy Pride, y'all. And then 2 years later, Overwatch is like, guess what? Soldier 76 is gay. And I'm like, fucking called it.
Okay, no, and here's the thing. Hannah found it, then Little Green found it.
I think the funniest thing ever was I was in a draw pile with Shelby once, and then we were talking about my old Tumblr account, and Shelby just stopped dead, and she was like, Vic, I've been following you for years on that Tumblr. And I was like, what?
Oh my god.
And I'm like, what?
Who did?
Shelby was like,
Really?
Yeah, Shelby's like, oh my god, I've been following your Tumblr. And I'm like, you what? It's like, yeah, I would see your art on Tumblr all the time. I'm like, what? Homestead?
Why?
Oh god, you poor thing, I'm so sorry.
Vic, you're a bit close to the mic. Lots of clipping.
I'm very excited, thank you. I'll calm down now.
Oh gosh. Oh
Why
gosh,
is-
the one?
Why is Hanzo Prince silent? Because I have a type. And that's Big Monster Boys.
Oh god.
Can confirm.
Can confirm.
That's
Okay.
all I can say. That is all I can say.
Saved this.
Y'all,
Lynn,
you guys
don't
don't
out
even
me.
know how much we're not going to stop talking once August rolls around.
Oh no.
It's gonna be dumb.
Oh! All of my characters look so terrifying with other line art.
And they're gone forever. Just kidding, I saved them. Alright.
Look at this disgusting Grayson I sent you.
I saw him. He looks
disgusting, I hate
that's a
It was
V-neck.
2 years ago. I know. That's a deep
Excuse
V-neck.
me, is he wearing flats?
He
Are
is.
those boat shoes, Grayson? Excuse me? Boat shoes and chinos? Really?
Oh my gosh.
Really? And
No.
no. My salad?
Vic, Vic, as stated in chat. Wait, you helped write a Chance of Rain?
I did actually. Yes,
Nice.
I did write it. I did help write that. My initial post for the Time Travel Outlander AU, I like collaborated with the author for that fanfic, and they wrote a whole fanfic based around my posts, and I'm like, oh my god.
Snap.
I know, I felt so honored. I was like,
Cool.
you took my dumb little thirsty idea and you made it beautiful.
Oh god.
What up?
Subtle
Okay.
flex.
Subtle, humble
Aw,
flex, humble flex.
Little Green, I read that when it first started. Wow, Small World.
Oh my god! What's up? I'm the trash monster that inspired it. It's very small. I see the Thayfrin happening.
It's time.
Oh, it's time. We need a Grayson like right above him.
Yes, continue the
I'm not-
wall.
Hold on. Okay, yeah. Make the wall for me. I'm getting him in there.
He's coming.
Hold on.
He's coming.
Check your layers.
Check your layers. Sketch layer.
I'm on the sketch layer.
There it
Oh
is.
gosh. It's the leg.
There.
Wait, oh wait, here, I'll have that for like wait, what?
Like what? Leg?
What is that? Is that my leg? Oh gosh, is my leg broken?
Just,
Oh wait, shoot, which one of these is technically his left hand? I suck at that.
just draw one hand and just draw one hand to get it over with.
Oh gosh. Wait, yeah, I think that's here. I gotta draw it all pointy.
I gotta give him like the goth boots with the buckles and stuff because
Of course. You have to. Oh gosh, the wall on the other side.
I know we gotta do it. Oh no, I suck at this. I suck at doing this angle. I realize I should be doing like another. Oh well.
I'll put like his floofy hair there. There he is.
Wow, that leg's really up there.
He's
Hold on.
flexible.
Yes, he is.
Uh-oh. Well, like his whole like boot thing and like how sassy he is, that was never his intent.
He was never meant to be this sassy.
And then
No, not at all.
And then he just happened to be.
It was when I got to play him after his original campaign just kind of fell through. That's when he started getting, extra.
Excellent.
It's like he was like unleashed or something.
Oh yeah, pretty much.
Brilliant. Oh gosh. I gotta do just the mouth that's always just a line and cheeks. His mouth is always just line and cheeks.
Line and cheeks. What's happening over there?
I love that everyone else has like defined jawlines and everything, and it's just round boy.
It's a good round boy. I like his little ears. Let me see if I can try to.
Vampire kick. Don't worry about it. Hand of Vecna over there. Oh my gosh.
Let me see if I can get this down.
I see a round boy.
Whoop.
Brilliant. Oh gosh. How the heck
I feel like
do
the higher the mouth is, the more comedic it is.
Yes. I always put it way up there.
Perfect.
Aw. Wait.
It's so cute.
Aww!
What?
Who is this good boy? Who is this good little sprite? Finger guts. Also, I like to think that the size difference in the picture is like actual size.
It probably is. How tall
Stafford is just small.
how tall is Stafford?
Oh shoot! I think he's like almost 6 foot.
Oh goodness.
I think you said
he's
he
tall.
was 5'11".
Oh right, yeah, he was
10 or
5'11".
something.
He's 5'11".
Yeah.
He's just barely not 6 feet.
Oh my
So
goodness.
as stated in chat, Shortbeard said, I'm looking at Vic's Tumblr and I see what looks like a proto-disc, but I know that's not right.
What? Where?
Dis isn't a warlock. And, and Dorcas was never meant to be a Professor Socks, but here we are and I love it.
Alright, let me hit that.
Jesus, I muted y'all to edit today's Let's Plays and its rendering, and I come to this. What the fuck is happening?
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it, bro.
Art is happening.
Bro, don't worry about it. Wait, I'm confused on the whole proto-desk, and I'm like, wait a minute.
I wonder if it's
'Cause I know
the Hanzo, Oni.
Oh, that's probably it.
Oni Hanzo.
Yeah, Oni Hanzo. You're correct.
You have a type.
Shut up. Silence.
To say Grayson is not my type.
That is
Fair, fair.
It is not.
This-
Grayson's type is my type.
Obviously.
Yeah.
That's fair.
This is a fair statement to make.
On to the actual line layer. Instead of doing the sketch in the color layer, I'm myself.
What's a sketch layer? We're just gonna freehand it and see what happens.
What's a sketch layer, but a very messy line layer?
Oh god, my sketch layers are like... bleh.
Yeah, my sketch layer's a mess.
Because half the time when I'm like sketching something for Lynn to line, I'm like, I don't know if Lynn wants to line this. Because it's a mess.
I like the obvious.
I barely want to
Grayson
line my
boot.
own sketch layers.
Yes, it's a very obvious Grayson layer. Yeah. Let me reach it.
Gosh. Something funny that I thought was kind of clever that ended up being... I didn't even, know that it was a plan at the beginning to have, any part of, Vecna in the, lore of the campaign that's in. But the minute that they went and they destroyed one person from the death cult and they found an amulet that was just, a
It's
really
over, bro.
rotted-looking hand...
It's over, bro.
with an eye, and, oh...
That was it.
I was like, oh no. Well, I guess this is the thing now. And then I completely forgot about it for a while. And he just had the amulet, but
That reminds
and he
me...
was just going after this artifact, and then all of a sudden it's the hand of Vecna, and I'm like, oh,
Oh.
right.
Oh,
That's an ope.
Shane, I'll answer that for you. That's Stranger.
That's what? Where?
No, what he posted.
Oh, that's Stranger!
Yeah,
Yeah.
for his, that was,
I should draw him down
Vic's,
here.
That's Vic's, smelly garbage man.
Yeah, that's my
Tiefling
OG...
hobo.
Tiefling hobo, yeah.
That's my OG Tiefling dude.
I'll never forget that. You made him too hot.
You did. You made him way too hot.
Lynn, if you actually click that link, I don't know if Vic ever sent you, the pictures of... those were, the...
No, it was the only thing I saw was whatever Vic posted in the AU thing, and I was like, I'm gonna draw this guy, and then Vic was like, no.
Do not.
Yeah, no, the link that, Shane just posted up was, pretty much from Vic's Tumblr of all the little sketches. He did a, Stranger.
Yeah, I made the line too thick. Yeah. I need a good medium to work with here. Oof.
Stranger is ... too many dots. Fun.
He is.
Thank you for...
I would love to play him as because I know I played him as a player character in Tabitha's one shot, but I would love to play him as a player character in another game. at any point. But I know for a fact he would not survive long because he is just straight warlock.
I still like
2 spell slots and I'm
desperately
hiding.
want to play Saffron in a one shot with you guys.
Oh my
I think
god,
that would be,
please.
like, way
Oh,
too
I
fun.
would love to have Thafron in a game.
Oh,
So many bad
gosh.
decisions. If Thafron's gonna play in a game, then I think that has to be the game that Stranger's in.
Yes.
They could just be bad decisions
Oh my
all around.
gosh, yes.
Just so many bad decisions will be happening. Be like, hey, should we touch this cursed object? And he'd be like, do it!
Yes, do it.
Yes, do it now.
First.
You first. And he'll just like be already like shoving it in his bag, like, what?
Exactly. Oh wait, did you want to look at it?
You want to look at it too? Well, too bad. I get all the only one person gets to be cursed in this game, and it's me.
And this is where I sit here and say, because I know Colton's not listening, Colton, I could have been that sort of tiefling. I could have been Stranger.
A gremlin?
I could have been that gremlin.
Stranger's a straight gremlin, I'm telling you. Like, he's a complete gremlin.
Oh gosh, that one's just a mess.
They're all
Come here,
messy.
Mr. Professor, I would like to show you this. And it's like, a fucking, oh god, what are they called? Those, the plate armor that attacks, like the suit of armors that attack you in a mansion.
Oh my gosh, animated armor.
Yeah, the animated armor.
Just
like, look what I
fascinating, and then
found!
get some part of him cut.
You'd be like, oh wow! Sliced.
By now, Saffron just collects scars. He's just like, they're
Oh.
supposed to make you look badass, but they just make him look sad.
Wes,
No,
join the club
no.
with Wes there.
Exactly. He's got, let's see, he's got the scar going down, like, from his, like, collarbone all the way almost down to his belly button.
Oh,
from,
no.
Almost dying. Then he's got, like, a couple of bullet wounds in his chest.
Oh,
and
wow,
his
Wes has yet to
eye
collect
will never be
those.
the same, because he got shot in his eye. Oh, gosh.
Oh, Wes has yet to collect any
And now
bullet
he's
wounds.
missing a hand.
Oh,
For now. He'll have a better hand soon.
it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
He'll be fine.
Don't worry about it. It'll be okay. It's all fine.
Just neutral evil. He'll be fine.
It's season 1 piece. It's alright. Could be
Well,
worse.
kind of. There's a piece of him that's...
Okay, so 75% of them.
Wow, his hand is that much?
I guess.
His hand is 25% of him?
I mean, he's so skinny.
Oh
Hey.
my god.
Hey, it's like Cole. Again, he's only 40 pounds wearing that.
Yeah, Cole's only 40 pounds. That's what West has a hard time gauging anything that's small to him because he's so massive. So it's like, if you tell him that you weigh less than like 275 pounds, he'd be like, so what? You weigh like a kitten?
Wait a second. I'm trying to look up Saffron's character sheet. I'm pretty sure I have his weight on here. I'm sure
20
not
pounds.
much.
Sock said I legit need to sit down and draw the most unlikely of roommates. Vic, help.
Yes. Hold on, I'm drawing a good boy.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Looking back at the map that we were left on, and there's the skeletal beholder just sitting here dead. It's fine. It's fine.
Whoopsie doopsies.
How much does Alistair weigh?
Enough for West to pick him up. In full plate armor.
All right, so for Thafron's little bio that I have, like, just where it says, like, age, size, weight, age 35, size medium, height 5 foot 10 inches. All right, so I was 1 inch off. Weight 140 pounds.
Oh my god!
Eyes brown, skin pale.
Eggshell.
Oh gosh, one shade above eggshell, and then a hair brown with a gray.
Oh my goodness.
That's fair. gosh. Oh right, I forgot. I never you guys. He has you get one like I don't remember what it's called for getting a cursed item, and so with the hand of Vecna he got like one I don't know what it is, like detriment to him now. So he now deals necrotic damage to any plant he touches that is not like a creature. So he just kills plants.
Ziffer just kind of moves his potted plant away. You're like, nope.
I just imagine Thafron going into Addie's room at the tavern and just everything dying.
Oh no!
He's just like, oh, I'm so sorry, and then just everything's still dead.
To be fair, everything in there is kind of dead anyway.
That's fair. Oh gosh. Got Thafron glass. I am a terrible.
Man, poor Addie. I hope I get to play him eventually.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yes. Oh gosh. There's my boy. With his nasty hand.
With his nasty hand.
Two idiots.
They're just like,
Yes.
I just love how they're piggybacking off each other. Just like,
Perfect.
like, what's happening over there?
Oh gosh, the hand on his head.
Yeah.
Looks like they have laser sights on their eyes.
Shoot. Oh gosh. Oh jeez, I did not mean to draw that random arrow. I just love that. It's just looking up at Grayson's leg like,
Oh.
what is this?
What
Like,
what
excuse?
what is that? Grayson, please. Grayson will be like, no.
Please?
He'll be like, you're excused.
No. He's gonna prop his feet up on Thafron again.
Oh god.
Oh no. What's Jewel Thafron? Part 2.
I keep saying Thafron. I don't know why. It's Thafron.
It's because I spelt it with a Y.
Yeah.
Because I'm a dingus that doesn't know how to pronounce things.
Oh, it's
I just
fine.
always pronounce it Thafron, but it technically is spelt Thafron.
Yeah, but you pronounce it Thafron, so that's the correct pronunciation.
Saffron.
Thafron.
Thafron.
It's one
Saffron.
of those things where it's like you always read something and then when someone says it, you're like, excuse me?
Yeah, I like
Yeah,
that.
same.
Excuse
I do
me,
that
what?
a lot. Oops. Like I did that with I don't know if I read the short story Day Boy Night Girl. I could never pronounce their names. It's like Nycteris and like I don't even know. It's weird, but everyone pronounces it different. Oh gosh. Oh god. I love how we were literally joking about the detriment chart. Rolled the one thing I offhandedly mentioned. Yes. Yes, I did. Oh gosh.
See,
I mean, it's better than like some of the other alternatives that there were. Though, I think one of the detriments that would have been fun, like you get physically changed, and your DM gets to choose. And I would have just asked that his hair just go completely white.
Oh god.
Oh god.
Oh, I remember I asked Lynn to draw Grayson with all white hair once, and we were spooked.
God.
I had to delete it because I was like, I'm not want to look at this ever again.
Oh my gosh. What is this? What is appearing below the fabric? What is this? Who is this?
Oh, you know.
It's stranger.
It's just a stranger.
Oh gosh.
Ma, there's a weird cat outside.
Nice.
Oh, it looks like Grandma!
Oh god.
I have subscribed that energy of that entire video is stranger.
Yes.
No, that's how I feel about that, the video of the cat running up the stairs, and then the smaller one makes the... I'm gonna just play it on my phone.
Please, no.
Because I love the sound that it makes.
No, the sound that your cat made that one time was stranger.
Which one?
When he screamed like a demon.
Oh, when he got his...
Yeah, because
Yeah.
he got his paw stuck, and he freaked out so much that he just screamed like a hellion, and we're like, "What is that noise?" Lynn was there for it.
Professor Socks in all caps. Straight.
Stranger what?
Leave
him
Julie
alone.
No, this sound.
Okay.
I just
Yes.
love to think of like Saffron just like walking down the block, and Stranger just pokes his head out and starts hissing at him. Professor Sox just comes in like, leave him alone.
Just like grabs a broom and just like chases him back inside. Be like, I'm so sorry about that. He's usually an indoor tiefling.
Saffron's already just passed out on the side. Oh gosh, he was just trying to go out for his morning calisthenics.
He was just, he needs vitamin D, and it's usually hard to get him outside. I try not to have him interact with too many people. He gets overwhelmed.
He wasn't properly socialized.
Oh man, yes. Tragic backstory. Yes, that's actually true.
It's a spray bottle.
Oh god.
Oh dear. We've reached peak level.
It's funny because we're not at our usual cutoff time yet.
I know.
Oh no. Let's just keep going. I'll start Socks with the spray bottle.
Okay, perfect. And then we can this is usually where we ask chat to give us a suggestion of what to draw for our final draw for the night.
Heck yeah.
So chat, what would you like me, Lynn, and Rosette to draw? And while we wait for that response, I would just like to say that so in my baking classes, we would have piping homework that we're always doing. And so there is this little piping maneuver that's called a rosette. And so every time we have to do those, yes. I'm always thinking of you. I'm just like, I have to do a rosette. Oh, you literally like take like a star tip and you just kind of like pipe it in a little circle and it makes a little rose. It always like, yeah. Ends up looking like it's a really crap rendition, but that's essentially what it looks like. Stranger, no.
Stop it.
Oh, Hannah says we should make our characters in Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, I've never played Kingdom Hearts.
Oh god. All right. So that's moot then. If Rosette's never played Kingdom Hearts. I think we have like 2 out of 3 people that have played 2 that have not played Kingdom Hearts. So it's like
I played it for like a hot second, and then I was like, "There's too much to keep up with. I'm done."
Fair. Okay, we need something else.
I tried to watch a Lord video once.
What should we do? Should we do
Hannah said just add zippers on everything.
No, I can't accessorize that much.
I can just imagine what's a zipper.
That to be my suggestion. Isn't it just everything with belts and zippers?
Literally yesterday, Wes walked into an armor shop and it was just one of those things where it's just like, hey, I think you need armor, and it's just like, no, I don't. What's armor? Why do you need to wear all that stuff?
There.
He has sensitive nipples.
Giles nervous while meeting Butler. Stranger in a cart.
Stranger in a cart.
Zevi being adorable. Wes lost in the toy aisle.
Oh god, this is like everything from the retail AU.
Well, the DM just said all characters solving the Hellraiser puzzle.
No. Just because you suggested doesn't mean I have to pick it. No.
Oh my god.
This is the fun part where I say I've never seen Hellraiser.
Neither have I.
No.
I know what it is.
I do. I know what it is too because pop culture, but at the same time, I'm just like, never seen it.
Oh, clothes swap.
With the bros and Thayfrin? No!
Oh my gosh.
I need to see Thayfrin in Grayson's outfit.
Let's do it. The boots! Oh my god, we finally get to draw Thayfrin in thigh-high boots.
Oh gosh.
We finally get to draw Thayfrin in thigh-high boots. Alright, let's save this and get going. Alright, let me save.
Sock said stranger hissing like a cat, poised like one and all.
I can just draw that offhand.
Lynn, I'm gonna need a reference of his outfit.
Oh lord, hold on. Hold, please.
Please, DM. Send help. I need to draw these boots and the rest correctly.
Boots.
Boots!
Anyone giving anyone a hug?
I think everyone needs a hug.
Live vicariously through these characters.
God, I would love to see Grayson in Thafron's outfit.
Okay.
Please.
Send me a full body and I'll do that.
Alright.
Oh, the boots are gonna be way too short and it's gonna stress me out.
I need to find a full body of Gray. I
So
don't
do I.
do many of them, which is weird.
Yeah, I've only done a couple in like black and white.
I mean, the
so I'll
only-
just do a few.
Only full bodies I can think of for Grayson that we have are A, his party attire, and B, I guess like the one that you drew where he was drunkenly conjuring things.
Ooh, I've got one.
Okay,
Hold on.
okay. Oh no.
I got one. I gotta get it from my.
In the meantime, I'll draw a stranger hissing like a cat to...
Yas.
Are you gonna draw West in someone's outfit?
I don't know who to draw. This is my go-to, like, stranger.
Put him in the paladin armor.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Oop.
Up.
Oh. Oop. I got it. Oh, there it went.
Oop, there
The
it is.
draw pile did a reset.
Oh, it did?
Is it? Is it doing the thing?
It did a thing to me, because it was like, nope,
Oh,
you can't do
says
that.
preparing for session reset.
Yep.
Oh no.
That's how
What
you
does
know
that
you've
mean?
been on there too damn long. It just means it's
It's
gonna
just
be
gonna-
annoying.
Yeah, it'll just lag for a second and then like refresh all of the
One day I'll get to play Stranger again. It'll be
All
the
of the
best moment of my
layers.
life.
Good. Here, I think I have a few good references of him. Oh gosh.
I think my favorite thing about Stranger, if we're gonna talk about,
I drove him like traditional hard clothes.
oh no,
No.
I think I'm gonna say my favorite thing about Stranger is the fact that he is my character where I can like 99.9% just improv straight off of, because he's just so. Yeah.
There you go. Put Thayford in that outfit.
Oh my god.
I'm afraid to know which outfit that is. I'd like to be. I'll be surprised though. I'll let myself be surprised on it.
Oh dear. Here's a best full body rendition of Saffron I have in black and white, but there's his outfit. He's got
Oh, I get to put him in the poofy sleeves.
Yes.
Oh no.
Just make them as poofy as possible. Oh my gosh, that stranger cat. I love the sleep.
There he is.
He's beautiful.
Guess I have to save that one.
Oh gosh, it's reminding me of when I drew a stranger for Book Crew.
Oh god, that's right.
I love Stranger.
He drew his hair so fluffy, and I was like, oh my goodness. And like he
I did
washed his
draw it
hair.
very fluffy.
I was like, he washed his hair. Oh my god.
Oh god.
I miss
he
my
was
smelly
so-
boy sometimes.
He was so fun to draw.
He's a good smelly boy. People just need to get to know him. If he lets them. Alright. Go for it. I'm ready.
Alright.
Aw.
Alright, which side do you want?
Socks said, hey Vic, can I have that stranger cat too?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Let me crop it and send it.
Yeah. Oop. Okay. I guess I'll do the left side.
Alright. I will take the
Vic, where are you gonna be?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'll
cool.
take whatever's left.
good.
Well,
You
kids,
can take the middle.
Yeah.
I'll do the right side.
Oh god.
Cool.
what-
it's past Chat Mom's bedtime.
It's past chat mom's bedtime. Old lady's gonna go to sleep.
I'm sorry.
Sleep is for the weak.
What is sleep?
What is sleep anymore? I
I need to
agree.
attempt to get my sleep schedule back on track.
You say that, but then you're up till like 4 a.m. playing Pocket Camp. I will call you out in public.
How
Oh, look.
how am I gonna do Gray's hair?
Oh god.
Oh, jeez.
Good luck.
That's the only response.
Just swipe it
Just-
to the side, kind of like how Thafron has his.
Just good luck.
You're gonna need it.
Ominous whispers.
Oh god.
Oh dear.
Oh, there it is.
I
Now
do not
can
have
go.
enough room for Thafron's legs.
Oh, that's
Oh,
why we can
I've-
expand this.
Jesus and Shane in chat talking about Hellraiser.
Good job, guys. I am not paying attention to that. I'm glad you're having fun, though.
Is that good?
Yes.
Nope. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I know that should be good.
Slicked back and tied is the option for the...
Oh my gosh, so much room.
Okay.
Look at this boy's long legs.
Saving. I'm cropping the stranger picture.
I gave him way too.
No, you didn't.
Well,
Legs.
Legs. What's on the menu?
I will take
Oh man, we have like a whole
this.
line of mess over there.
Oh gosh, what happened?
I think that's all the color that we forgot to erase. Hold please.
Oh,
Oops.
gosh.
Oh.
Oopsies.
Mm,
God,
Oh, no.
how do I have to put him in? Do I have to put him in his glasses too? I
Uh,
think I do.
Alright.
Yes.
And with that,
Oh no, that means Thafron doesn't get his glasses.
alright, say
I will take,
goodnight to Chat Mom. She's going to bed because she's
and
old.
I will take
Night.
my inspiration for Cole with me.
Your inspiration for Cole? Oh yeah, take the bastard cat, please. He'll just do nothing but bother me.
Wait, does that mean that I have to draw some hair?
Oh my god.
Slick back Gray's hair. 'cause
Oh,
he has
see,
that
now
much
you
hair.
have to draw it with Grayson's hair.
Oh no.
Or at least you can
I'm slicking back Gray's hair.
like I would say
Kind of
keep the Thafron length, but like style it like Grayson's.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh god,
So-
Grayson's Grayson's like going through a reform and Thafron's having a rebellious streak. I'm loving it.
Oh my gosh, that means Thafron gets he gets sideburns. He never had sideburns. Oh gosh, who is this?
He also has to have pierced ears too.
Shooketh!
That's no shock. He engages the high school AU.
Yep.
This is true.
He also had he had lots of piercings, but I only ever kept his gauges after like the first week. I was like, this is too many to draw.
Too much.
Like,
Too much.
Does this mean Thafron now has nipple piercings?
Oh,
Oh, those are Grayson's arcanic focus.
Oh my gosh.
They are not.
But we like to say that.
Yes.
To show their differences, Thafron's arcane focus is a harp.
Sweet boy. Sweet baby boy.
Literal cherub. Oh gosh, do these boots have heels?
Yes, they do.
Of course they do.
I feel like that's Thafron asking the second the Grayson loans him the boots. Did these boots have heels?
Oh gosh, yes. He just like hold. How do they?
How do you?
end? Are you supposed to roll them up? He just like rolls them down.
Oh my god. He just makes them into just like a little down here.
Yeah. No, it makes them like egg puppy. It's like
Oh god. Grayson's just like
my boots. Oh gosh.
disgraced.
He's like they're so
Oh, those sleeves.
dramatic. Yes, the sleeves.
I'm loving this so much.
The sleeve. Oh my gosh, he looks so distinguished with the
Oh my god, he looks like Tabin with the glasses. He looks like Tabin.
He's got a necklace. Because he's a
Oh,
star boy.
his life alert.
Yes, his life alert button. Oh gosh, I still like cackle reading over that whole exchange when he fell into the pool and
Everyone just lost their
just like,
mind. It
push
was
his
so
button.
great.
Oh gosh, that was so fun. Reading
I-
everyone's reactions too was a trip. I loved it.
I frequently, I'm not gonna lie, just go back and like read some interactions sometimes.
Yes,
Oh yeah, we do that
same.
I do that sometimes.
You're just like, God, remember like when we did this?
My favorite thing is like when you said remember the alligator and I went back to go look for the moment when that alligator appeared and I'm like, the alligator.
Yes. Oh, this guy. Oh my gosh. What is happening?
Drawing the moment with
What
the
is
alligator.
this doorway? Oh gosh. Need to actually start the rest of his outfit now.
What kind of shoes does he have?
Oh, I don't draw them very much, but he has like lace up that go like up to his calf.
Oh God, that's a sin.
Halves.
They're practical.
Grayson,
Nonsense.
they're practical.
I love the idea of like them on a dare having to like each other and they're both just in like separate, just complaining about the other's fashion sense. Just like, "Oh, are these boots like have heels?
Your
Better
boots
than
don't?"
boots? Your boots have lace. It's practical. Then what do you call these sleeves?
I hide my snacks in them.
It's where I store my magic. Oh gosh, I remember I was joking with Tad about the puffy sleeves and talking to Cloud and saying that one sleeve holds his magic and the other holds his whoop ass. That's when he finally grows a spine and starts talking back to people. Oh my gosh, what is this?
It's the alligator.
What is this? What? I don't think I ever read the alligator account.
It was a thing. It happened after Grayson and Dis's first official date where they like threw a Molotov cocktail at Grayson's mom's like Lexus or something and like set it on fire. And so they spent the night in
They
the
burnt the boat.
this was before the boat, but this was like essentially
Oh, good.
they so what had happened was they spent the night in the van just kind of like, you know, being teenagers. And and then like we had like this stupid segue where it was like Dis yelling and it's just like Grayson, get the fuck in the van, get the fuck in the van, Jesus Christ, it's a fucking alligator. And it's just Grayson just dog whistles screaming as he climbs into the van. And there was like a gator that like made its way under the van. And it was just oh god, it was the funniest goddamn thing.
That sounds amazing.
And so that's how the alligator became the cryptid of Gygax County.
One of
the cryptids of Gygax County.
Can't forget Lauren. And Stranger.
Stranger, it's true.
Truly a cryptid. Lives in the woods. Oh gosh.
Oh gosh.
And I'm just like
I don't want to like I really don't want to break this up because like I feel like they're just like staring each other down like what is happening.
Oh gosh, he doesn't have his
Legs are
glasses.
clearly
He
not
cannot.
long enough.
His legs are not long enough. No.
Ugh.
Ugh.
They are staring each other down.
Oh, I love
my
this.
gosh.
They're just like, what? This is the best outfit swap ever. And the look of disgust. Look of pure disgust.
Utterly disgusted.
Grayson is like silently but politely judging, and Daphne's just like, ugh. Ugh. Yeah, clearly I wear that better.
He's like,
I'll give him that face. Horror.
ouch. I need to actually draw his shirt now. How the heck do you even... What even is this color?
Yes. Just yes. Just roll with it.
It's like, He's like, why do you leave these buttons undone? That's not how these work. supposed to be buttoned. That's why they're called buttons. Gosh. Oh, it's beautiful.
There.
Where the are your legs?
He's
He has
disappointed.
a lot of white hair, so I don't know what he'd do with it, like where he would put it.
In a
Yes.
ponytail.
He does put it in a ponytail.
Yeah, he
when has to
does.
be fancy.
Goodness, he looks so confused. Grayson looks like he's in shock.
I've gone to hell. This is
I've
it.
officially gone to hell. You could see too much of my calves.
Everyone's
Like, what if it's like, it's like the old time where like you see his calf and it's like, oh, scandalous.
Oh. Oh.
So technically Thavern's the conservative one.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Alright, I need to get to an actual line layer now. There's only so much I can do with this. Oh gosh, before I need to start lining. Oh, what are you writing? Burgundy. Oh gosh. I mean, burgundy is all that he wears.
I know. They're like, oh, that is not your color.
Ow. Oh boy. Alright, let's
I mean, in all
see.
fairness, Grayson is just like all purples and greens, so.
Saffron is just purple and gold. Like... Alright. Okay, now I need to actually...
Man, those are some legs on Thaffron. I'm loving it.
He has long legs. Just
I gotta
never
zoom out on this canvas so
shows
we can see them. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Alright, now let me read through chat.
Also never seen because I suck at drawing legs.
I don't know how to draw Gray's legs since he doesn't have his boots on.
Oh god, it's so
Sorry.
cursed. So cursed. It's like he
This
doesn't
image
have
is
it's like he
cursed.
doesn't have as much leg anymore. What is happening?
I know, I hate this.
It's like Saffron has like 10 times leg.
Little green asks, but do the boots still stay on?
That's a good question.
They just keep falling down his legs. Saffron has no calves.
Oh god.
He's a twig.
Fair. I mean, Grayson is too. I feel like Thaffron takes his boots off and it's just like...
Oh my gosh, I feel violated. Thank you. Oh my gosh. The Professor talks the 4 cryptids of Gygax County. 1, Stranger. 2, Lauren. 3, the alligator. 4, Gygax County.
Yes. Because you were in Gygax County of Gygax, USA.
Yes.
Yes. Check these babies out. Wait, let me draw one bony knee. There we go.
Oh my god. Knobby knees. I hate it.
Oh god, that's awful.
It's cursed. It's so cursed. Oh gosh.
Can you imagine Thaffron in his current outfit that he wears in campaign, but he wears khaki jorts?
No! How dare you? Oh gosh, like I made him an animal and then put him in studded booty shorts. It was
Excuse
cursed.
me?
It was so cursed. Oh gosh, I put him in just like very short little studded shorts and I was like, thank you. I'm never doing this again. Oh my gosh, what is this? I just moved my hand because left-handed and I just...
I love how you do that. It's just like a surprise every time. Wait, Chris sucks.
Oh my gosh, Kursag's good.
No, it's because I like a while ago I recently started listening to the podcast Dungeons and Daddies. And
Oh no.
oh my god, like one of my favorite things about it is there is this rogue character named Ron who is like a complete cryptid in everything he does, and it just reminds me of Stranger every time he does anything. And one of his maneuvers that he did in order to successfully stealth in a dungeon, he's like, I'm going to take my pants and I'm going to pull them all the way up so that nobody can see me. And he like rolled like super high on his stealth, so it's like people just see a pair of pants. He just like stealth into his pants.
What even is this?
I'm not coloring this because I hate this.
I'll color it.
You color it.
I am extremely slow on line work. I'm still working on his squinty eye. Because he doesn't have his glasses.
Rip.
Grayson took his glasses.
Oh no.
Grayson needs glasses to read.
He does.
But just having them on all the time, no way. The hair is killing me.
Oh god.
That's beautiful. Oh gosh, giving Saffron sideburns. This. Oh gosh, I didn't even draw.
His expression
Sideburns.
is so funny, like, ugh.
What is this?
If anything, he probably has a wedgie from like all like how his pants are.
Gosh.
That's very
Wait,
true.
what kind of earrings?
He has just black, like, little circles.
Okay.
Little studs.
Yeah.
Nothing too
So I was like,
crazy.
do I need to give him like earrings or something?
No.
Bless you.
He needs to have these right here.
Oh god.
Put those away.
Not allowed. Not on this good boy.
Besides, it would be so
It's the
unimpressive.
secret.
I've drawn him without a shirt once, and it's not pretty. He's
The beacons are lit. Gondor calls for aid.
he's so scrawny. I think the one time that I drew him off a tavern acid. Oh gosh. That was the same encounter as the May.
Oop. This is not a good color for Grayson.
I know.
I think this only works for for
perfect.
Thafron. This only works for Thafron. It's like Thafron gives him a makeover and it's just like, you're perfect. And Grayson's like, thanks, I hate it.
I'm really sad that we never got to prom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Prom would have been
Pepper's
fun.
going alone.
I'm pretty sure Dis and Grayson would have set prom on fire, let's be real.
Yeah.
Like, I'm fairly certain that gym would be set on fire.
Yeah. Yes, his scar was very sad. I remember I had to draw his scar when I.
Aww.
Right, I did him with his once in one of the last pictures that I did for Inktober. It was the prompt was injured.
Oh yeah, that's
So
right.
Oh,
I was very
drew him
sad
in the
about
mirror. I drew him looking in the mirror to scar, like, oh, alright.
it.
I guess this is never gonna heal, is it?
Aww.
It's like, what? It looks fine. My heart. Saffron is just a sad boy.
Sad, sad boy.
Anytime I add glasses on Grayson, he just looks older.
He just looks like Tabin.
He does.
Oh my gosh, this had Lilith in his phone as Carrie. Oh god.
Shane
that's
says Dis and Grayson
right.
would replace all of the votes for king and queen with their names.
Then burn the gym down. In all fairness, this would want nothing to do with that shit. Be like, prom
Nope,
king and queen,
neither
get
of
the
them would.
fuck out of here. Prom? What's that? I'm not even going.
I remember, I think Saffron had Allie in his phone contacts as he asked me to call him bro.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, I loved that.
Oh gosh, and he had Renan as, I think, Locker Gremlin. With
Yep.
a little, like, emoji of a
Locker
T-Rex,
Gremlin.
'cause
Yep.
I forgot that I made that for in text with an obscene amount of emoji.
That was like one of the funniest things, like as a character quirk.
It was
And
so
I
weird.
remember you like mentioning it's like I don't even use this many emojis. What?
I know, and I use a lot, but I remember I had to remember to put in more when I was trying.
No, there needs to be more emoji.
God, seeing the boots are just jeez.
The
Not
boots
allowed.
Are coming into view.
Not allowed.
Boots are becoming one with his legs.
How did the boots happen? I don't remember.
I think I do remember how they happened. It was Battle of the Bands.
That's right.
It was Battle of the Bands, and Grayson got these like thigh-high lace-up boots to wear for an outfit so that he could support his mans at Battle of the Bands and watch him like beat the tar out of everyone. And he used those boots to sell all of the band merch because he was the booth babe.
He put his leg up on the table and was like, "Hey,
buy this stuff."
And then he like nat 20'd on a flippin' the charisma check.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. She said.
I do remember that.
Ash
It was
says
like
my autocorrect didn't recover. Oh no. Bless her. Oh gosh.
Ugh. Grayson, what happened?
Grayson, no.
Grayson.
No. Oh gosh, I just looked at Thefron's expression again. But like I zoomed out the whole
Damn it.
like Grayson like ooh.
Like,
That is not your color.
that is so not your color. Oh my god. It's funny, he looks disgusted, but it's just the fact that he can't see.
Exactly.
I love it so much. Oh my god.
He'll put his glasses back on and then make that exact same face.
Yeah. He'll be like, I can't see. Alright, fine, put them back on. Okay.
Oh!
It just slowly
It's
takes them
like-
back off and hands
It's
them
like,
back.
well, how does it look? Well, I mean...
Takes off his glasses. It looks great.
Now,
Exactly. Oh gosh, what even are these boots that I'm drawing right now?
they're his legacy.
Oh,
Those boots gave him 3 kids.
was that a
They
pun?
did. They really did, though.
Was that a pun?
It was not an intentional pun, but I'll accept it.
Oh gosh. Also, I can imagine Thafron being increasingly uncomfortable in these sleeves. It's like, my arm is
I
like,
feel so restricted.
and yet somehow the sleeves are still baggy on them.
It's just...
Grayson used to wear a tunic, but it didn't have sleeves.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Like way back in the day, he would like have a tank top on almost.
Oh my gosh.
Grayson in a crop top when?
Yeah. I need to draw that.
I need to not.
They put in a crop top? What?
No
Oh.
one wants to see that.
Oh. I wanna do it. I won't.
Oh no.
Do it.
What is
Do
this?
it.
What was that?
I will not.
Oh my gosh. No one needs to see that.
You can draw Grayson in a crop top.
I know.
Crop top
Hold
and
on.
boots.
A crop top where the boots go up to where the crop is.
I request that his crop top says cake.
Excuse me, he wears shorts that say that.
Yes, they do. Yes, he did.
Of
He
course.
got cake.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I did not just draw the entire outline on the sketch layer.
Oh no!
Wait, did I draw the whole thing on the... no, I didn't. Okay.
Okay.
What part of it did I? Oh, I just colored his hair on the sketch layer.
Oh
Okay,
god.
I can live with
Oh,
that.
crisis averted.
I still don't want to completely erase sketch layer though, because it looks awful when the sketch layer is on.
Oh no, you're good. Just like lightly like fade it out.
This is a safe place.
It's a safe place.
This is a safe place for your line art.
Yes.
Trust me. Trust me, Drawpile does it to everyone. Drawpile does not discriminate when it comes to messing up your line art.
See if I can just lightly fade it out. There we go. Oh gosh. I gave him the tiniest bit of cat boots, and even that looks like too much.
Too much. It's too much. Look at that. Look at that calves.
Scandalous.
He's been doing squats.
It's from running and hiding. Oh gosh.
It's from carrying the guilt.
Vic, who are you making? I'm
from-
concerned.
It's from carrying the party.
You don't know who this is?
I'm concerned.
I know who the crop top truly belongs to.
Wait, is that a stranger?
Yes.
Is this stranger?
Here, have a concave. And then ribs.
Oh
God.
gosh. Stranger, eat.
What's that?
He looks so disgusted.
Vic, are you reading Shane's comments on what Grace needs to wear?
Hold on.
Oh gosh.
There you
God!
go.
That's terrifying. You guys look stupid.
He got it at the Goodwill, thank you.
Oh gosh.
Shorts say cake, crop top says frosting.
Oh gosh.
Oh man, I know who I really need to draw on a crop top. Because it actually will work. West.
There you go.
Gosh, look at that friend doesn't even look like himself. Who is this?
Who is he?
What is this? Wait, I'll add like a tooth gap there.
And Grayson's just like, you look perfect.
No.
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 Grayson's no. Thafron's why?
Why? Or just, I
Wait, yeah,
can't
alright,
see.
on the other side.
Why?
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 Wait. But why?
Oh my god. I just looked at Grayson and then I realized what he reminds me of in this outfit.
Oh no.
Oh my god, he reminds me of
What?
Aridin. He reminds me of Aridin. Oh no.
Who?
Okay, one moment.
Oh.
I'm a-
Did you bring up Homestuck?
I shut up!
Oh my god.
You're taller than the fact that you just bring up Homestuck.
Oh no.
Oh god.
Hold on, let me grab a picture.
Looks like who?
No, I'm saying Grayson does.
Oh no.
Because we kind of outfit swapped them.
Oh no.
I thought they were going to bed.
That's what I thought too.
Oh my gosh.
Hold please, hold
If I
please,
add-
hold please, hold
if-
please,
if
hold
I-
please.
If I add a monocle, he looks like 10 times more
Boop.
like a
There.
jerk.
There he is.
Oh dear.
That's who Grayson reminds me of in this moment.
Did you send it to me?
I posted it on the drop pile.
Oh, you posted it on Dropbox?
Yeah, it's on drop pile.
I don't see it.
What?
Don't see
What? It should be there.
Oh, there he is. Oh my gosh. He does.
Oh god.
It's funny because his character he's a rich, pompous fuck.
Oh great.
Okay, I'm gonna level with you. When I was about cosplaying Thafron, I had to look up how to make a coat with like a cape with like a super big.
So you had to look up Eridan's cape
Yes!
choice. Yes, oh my god.
Yes! I ended up there and I was like, oh no.
Chef kiss. Mwah. That's perfect.
Oh gosh. Oh no. Professor Socks just texted me saying, Rosette, no, you're on the
Oh no!
again, I'm on the sketch layer. Oh gosh. Oh well.
Oh well, it's fine.
It's okay. Professor Socks just DM'd me the most beautiful art ever. He colored the stranger cat.
Oh good.
It's beautiful.
Sounds beautiful.
Oh, he's so beautiful.
Stupid fish ass wizard.
Yeah, and he was a wizard! And he was a wizard! Because he was like obsessed with wizards.
Oh good.
Fantastic.
Now I just need to draw Homestuck Grayson. I remember when that was a phase for me.
What was it?
Homestuck.
Oh.
Like there was like this whole thing where you like draw Trollsonas or whatever.
Indeed.
Indeed.
I was never able to. I had never even heard Stuck until I like got onto Tumblr and I was like, what is this? And then I looked up like a thing on the lore of it and I was like, what is this?
And it's like it just keeps going deeper and you're like, what the fuck?
And they were talking about like such gibberish as if it made sense. This makes sense. Why are you
God. No, I won't do the glasses.
Oh, God.
Yeah, he would be purple. Because he's royalty, so he has to have purple blood. But like the not Juggalo purple, because that's a thing that actually makes sense. Also because Grayson with gills.
Okay, but imagine this. Saffron in a crop top with poofy sleeves.
Oh god! Yes.
That sounds
All that extra fabric.
sounds horrifying. Like what even is this? It's like what is this supposed to be practical? I don't understand.
What if they're like poofy short sleeves?
Yes. Alright. So they're like capped sleeves.
Yes.
Poofy short sleeves,
So, like-
and that means he also has to have like the pumpkin bottoms too.
No.
The poof pants.
The poofy pants, like the typical bard outfit.
Oh gosh.
So you have like the leggings and then like the little fancy shoes.
Oh, did you guys ever? I drew him in like the
Yeah.
traditional
Yeah,
bard
yeah.
outfit.
Yeah, then you drew Yang-chan
Oh,
as like the
God.
traditional wizard, and I'm like, oh my god.
Wizard. It's like, am I a joke to you? Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I still love that picture.
I love how Grayson and Saffron absolutely do not look like who they are.
Yeah, they do not
It's
look
just
like
an outfit
themselves.
swap.
Yep.
Yeah, that's all it is.
They do not look like themselves. Gonna get the edge of that scar in there because tragic backstory.
Saffron looks more like Dr. Frankenstein.
Oh, he does.
Oh my
Like,
god.
Too much, a little bit. Especially Penny Dreadful style.
Ooh.
Oh gosh, he does. Wait, okay. If I
Oh
just
my
add
God.
like
Oh, there it is. There it is.
There you go.
the weird glasses. Oh gosh.
Perfect. Done.
Oh god, that looks like it could be Grayson's dad.
Oh god.
Oh no.
You just have to add the ponytail.
Yeah, just had a flipping long ponytail, and that's him.
Oh,
Exactly,
oh, oh,
man.
oh, oh.
Ponytail. Just add the ponytail.
Done.
There. He is a father. Just like
Son, why? Go to bed.
Go to bed.
No.
Go to bed. No. But why? Oh gosh. Saffron really needs to stay away from, like, any clothing store. Just look at those.
I think Grayson needs to take that from shopping.
Oh my gosh, that would be such a hilarious encounter.
Oh lord.
Just trying to get him in, like, any thigh-high boots, and he's just like, but then I can't run.
They accentuate your legs. You don't want to run.
Oh gosh. Oh, I'm remembering now the gloves that I was looking up that he has to get now, because walking around with the hand effect is just asking for trouble.
Is it though? Is it?
The DM, like, warned me that they probably won't know what it is. Like, you know, just common folk and everything aren't gonna just look at it and be like,
Alright, bud. Alright, bud.
That's the hand effect. No, they'll just think that he's diseased. In just one hand.
Oh, buddy, I see you got a hecked up hand there. I've got a cream for that.
Just
Fix you
chop
right
it
up.
No, I will literally die. Oh gosh.
Ooh, question, is Grayson a violet blood or a fuchsia blood? Good question. I will not answer.
What is it?
If Grayson's it's a Homestuck related thing where the color of your blood determines your hierarchy in the troll society. That was a thing.
Blue.
Well, the highest ones were actually fuchsia, violet, and then there was like also purple blooded. Those are like the highest ones. So if Grayson was going to be considered like royalty or nobility, he would have to be either like a fuchsia or a violet.
Probably violet.
Yeah. Sad. Oh, friend. He just looks sad. That's his summer outfit.
Yes, with his little studded shorts.
It looks like he's going to the beach, and he's got little floaties on.
He needs a hat to keep himself from getting sunburned.
That's another thing we never get to do. We didn't get to do the beach episode.
Oh, beach episode. Nobody wants to see your swimsuit, Grayson.
What swimsuit?
Exactly.
Saffron is like 100% a beach goth. He just goes with like a parasol and sunglasses.
I could see Thafron going in like the old school like one piece shorts. You know what I'm talking about? Where it's like, or it's got the horizontal stripes.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, the umbrella, thank you.
Wait.
No, wait, he'd wear an umbrella hat. Yes. Oh my gosh, and it's got like the little the end.
Yeah, the little things, yeah.
Oh gosh.
It's got little
sunglasses.
He needs that smear of sunscreen on his nose.
Aww.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh gosh, I just imagine him in like one of those umbrella hats.
Yes.
It's just like a hat with an umbrella on top. Just like that, and it's like
yes.
And then he's got just like little sunglasses, little smear of sunscreen on his nose, and he's just like, what is this? What's happening?
Wait, where am I? Have I been kidnapped?
Where am I? Why is there sunlight here? I don't like it.
No, thank
What
you.
is this?
My
I don't
complexion.
like that umbrella's terrifying.
Oh, I just imagined Grayson wouldn't even be on the beach. He doesn't like the sand.
Or the conch shells.
Or the oh god, no. He would have the boots on.
Oh my gosh. What is this?
Boots.
Good. Oh my gosh.
The bros would be burying each other in the sand.
Yep.
Yes. I'm
Or playing
Guardian,
volleyball.
Guardian of the Sand. Poseidon quivers before him.
Fuck off!
Oh gosh.
He's just like in like a Snuggie, just like nope. It's like nope, and he's just under the
that's
umbrella.
right.
He
The
looks
one
like an egg. I love it.
The one time they did go to the beach, I think Dis threw him in the ocean.
Yeah, he did.
So kind.
Oh,
He just
right,
shucked him right in.
I remember everyone was talking about if Saffron ever went down to like the carnival that was going on during like before the time skip, and then he just got thrown into the ocean
Whoop. Yeet.
and drowned.
Just,
Oh
nope.
gosh. Nope.
I feel like the bros would very badly put sunscreen on each other and like miss a whole bunch of spots.
Yeah, and they'll just like get like awkward sunburn.
Yes. And then they slap each other sunburn and
I feel like once they realized that they like going to be able to apply it, or they just got bored while trying to apply it, they would just start like drawing pictures
yes.
in each other by wiping the screen so that their sun like write things on themselves. And they both just say bro.
Bro.
Oh god, it would be like that dude, where's my car moment. Dude, what's my back say? Bro.
Dude, bro!
Yes.
Oh my god. Wonderful.
West is Sand Guardian, yes.
West is Sand Guardian.
Oh gosh. I feel like Saffron, if he ever sees, would just be like, no.
There he is.
Face. His face is terrifying.
No!
But wait, is West buried?
Yes.
Alistair will put a bunch of french fries around West's head so seagulls will come down.
Yes.
And also feed him french fries.
Of course. He's just like trying to throw french fries at West from across the beach to see if he can catch him while buried like up to his head, and West like misses some of them, so there's like french fries all around him, and then he gets attacked by seagulls.
Beautiful.
Perfect.
There's
No,
Saffron.
no! Oh! Just gotta have little shakes.
Yes. This is
I'm in danger.
I'm in danger!
Yeah.
Oh god, don't
This is-
tempt me, I will do it.
this is him if he's like neck deep in water and he's just like,
Oh,
guess I'm dead. This is how I die.
That reminds me, West's encounter with the ocean has been almost being thrown overboard and then being thrown overboard by a
Good.
kraken.
Oh my god.
Like they were on their way to an island on the Sea Devil, and a kraken shows up after some dude summons it. And West's plan of action is, I'm going to attack one of the tentacles, and then one of the tentacles grapples him and then yeets him 60 feet off the ship. And we're like, oh,
Oh no.
there he go.
Oh gosh, I remember I had a very unfortunate wizard. I was a bullywug wizard, but he was ridiculously tall. And and he had a coat that he really, really liked. But then in the first session, the gunslinger shot one of the bandits that we were going after.
Oh
and
no.
Kip was right behind him, so he just got covered in gore. And so then he was washing off his coat on the deck of the ship that they were sailing on, and he finally cleaned it off, and then they immediately got boarded, and he got tackled off the side of the boat,
Oh,
my
rip!
God.
and then got bit by a shark. So there goes his coat again.
That's a no
he was
good, very
so
bad
upset.
day.
He was so upset.
Oh my god.
He had literally just finished cleaning it.
Aw.
And then he literally got tackled off the side of the ship, and he
Oh,
was the only
no.
person that fell off the side of the ship during that encounter.
Oh god, that's upsetting.
It was so hilarious. I used
That's
to, I
funny
used
as
to
hell.
draw Grip Kip. He was a good boy. He was a
Oh,
good bean. He was
Good
just a frog.
bean, good bean frog. Oh,
Good
look
bean
at him.
frog with a big old wizard hat.
Oh,
And then he had a frog familiar named Griblet.
that's precious.
So it was Gribkip and Griblet, and they both just sat there with each other like,
That's
don't
perfect.
worry about us, we're
Don't worry
fine.
about it. Oh my god.
It was hilarious. He tried to distract a guard once and completely forgot that he could teleport
Oh my
Griblet
god.
into anywhere, like he could dismiss him and then resummon him. So he decided that a good idea to try and distract him was just throw the frog at the guard's head. And
Brilliant.
and it distracted them because I forgot to mention the frog also has a tiny wizard hat.
Oh my god.
Griblet had a tiny wizard hat, so when this guard got hit in the face with a tiny frog in a wizard hat that then just hopped away, he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna follow that." And so
Oh,
Griblet was able to sneak inside.
beautiful.
It was amazing event.
Oh,
It
10
was-
out of 10.
I did not know how to use familiars. He just, like, chucks it at him. He just throws it at him.
Thank you for reminding me that mechanically Xavier does have a familiar. I've just never used it.
Do it.
And I should have utilized it at some point, but I was like, "Oh, Xavier has a familiar. I forgot about him."
What's his familiar?
He's a rabbit. He's a little rabbit and his name is Mallow
That's right. I forgot
because he
about
looks like a toasted marshmallow.
Yep.
Yes.
He borrowed him
forgot.
from his dad.
Oh, borrowed him.
Yeah,
Adorable.
Mallow was there when he was born.
this is very true.
Aww.
He was.
Yep.
I forgot Lester and had a familiar that was a barn owl. named Earth.
I just see Jesus commenting "rabbit," you say, and I'm like, yes, a rabbit.
Yes.
Yes,
A rabbit.
a rabbit.
I'm gonna guess it's something more than a rabbit.
I just thought of something, Vic.
What's up?
I'm gonna message it to you.
Oh no, secret
Oh,
messages.
no.
Secret messages, secret messages.
Oh no.
Oh man, and we're getting to that time too. Oh my god, we managed to do it. Yeah, OG. Yeah, that's why I did it, Jesus. OG Dis had a rabbit familiar. That is exactly why I did it. Because I'm big brain energy. Because I remember that conversation and I was like, rabbit, you say.
I spelled it wrong, but you get the idea.
Oh. I was gonna eat my last Kit Kat. Oh! Yes.
Yes. I think that needs to happen.
Oh no. What? Should I be afraid?
No.
No.
We're just secret sometimes we'll just like discreetly message each other secret comic stuff because we come up with ideas and we're like, oh, and we just like quickly type it out.
And then we stay up till 4 a.m. writing
This is true.
Excellent.
and designing and brainstorming.
Which we have to do designs.
I'm
We have so many
still
designs we have to do.
I'm still very tempted to take my DM up on her offer to help me make a comic with Afrin.
Do it. I would love to read a
Thanks.
comic about Thafrin.
It'd be so much fun. He's such a wuss. I
I
love,
love him so much. He's like the best bard ever.
I am so glad that
Like-
everyone actually likes him.
I love him so
I
much.
I was not expecting so many people to actually get a kick out of him.
I mean, hey, I feel that way about some of my characters. I'm like, there's no way you're gonna like this asshole. And then everyone's like, oh my god, like, oh my god, like Xavier. Like, I'm like still blown away that everybody's just like, oh my god, baby child. And I'm like, what? Why do you like him?
Xavier was just like a thing, like a one-off thing.
He was a
that was
one-off.
supposed to happen.
Yeah, he was a one-off thing because Lynn and I are like stupidly selfish and we wanted this one thing. and so we made Xavier because we thought it'd be cute to like play around with that dynamic. And then I fleshed him out more to be an NPC for the campaign. And now this party is just like fostering him. And I'm like, guys, how?
Sure.
Why? What? And he's like, now he has so much fan art. And I'm like, still blown away about it.
Why?
I'm like, oh my god, my baby boy. And then Miss Green Kitty, like, I had Miss Green Kitty draw, like, the babies as, like, chibis, and I'm so excited to get them in the mail as because, like, they're, like, little laminate badges. I'm so excited for them.
Oh, yeah, I saw those.
I'm so excited to get them. They're so
It's-
cute.
So
I remember we were
cute.
like, Vic were like, hey, we love Xavier. What if we gave him 2 more?
Yes. 2 more. And then Sybil and Phoebus happened, and then now it's just, like, I love them.
Whoops,
I love these.
the children.
Whoopsies! Sorry, I love the children too much. They're precious.
Oops, all kids.
Oops, all the children. Oh yeah, Jesus said that he expected for the Sacred World crew to hate Chaddington and never be more than that. Excuse me, I love Chaddington with my whole life. He's the best character.
Oh my gosh.
I love Chaddington so much.
I 100% expected everyone to hate Grayson.
Hey,
How dare.
now everybody's like, I will die for him in this campaign, and I love that.
I don't think they will.
But like Fox will. I've noticed that Fox will stick his neck out for Grayson, and I love that.
Literally.
Yes, he'll stick his neck out at Grayson.
I don't know why.
It's Fox. Don't question it.
I was gonna say he has no redeeming qualities like Gray doesn't.
Like
so
he literally
he's
just
smart.
Fox. He's just like
He's
yeah
just sassy.
in
He
his
can
little
talk, that's
shell,
it.
and then just
Beautiful.
I didn't expect people to like Alistair as much as they did.
out of his shell. There. Like, what'd you say?
Honestly, I had not played Thafron very much at all when I finally when I just first randomly threw him into the tavern, and I was like, why not just try it? He's fun. I haven't played him enough. I think it would be fun to keep playing him. And then everyone was just like, who is Pure Bean? And I was like, who is he? I don't even know who he is.
I don't know. I would say one of my favorite things was getting to play with him alongside with him in the text-based adventure that Lynn did, the little one shot,
Yes.
and he casted Lecture and got that guard's attention, and it was like my favorite thing ever.
Yes.
Oh, that was
amazing.
That was so wonderful.
gosh.
He
It
just
was
straight
so
up started
fun.
like a dissertation, and this guard was just enraptured, and I'm like, holy shit, yes.
Yes, he finally got to be a nerd.
I love him.
Oh,
He's so
gosh.
perfect.
I miss the one shots.
Those
Like-
one-shots were so fun.
I love the
I mean,
one shots.
literally, we have time now.
We do
I'm
have
just like,
time.
damn it.
We
I
do
was like, damn it.
vaguely have time, but like, yeah.
Well, we have an indiscriminate amount of quote unquote time.
We do.
Yes. Quite.
We should do a one shot.
We should.
It'd be so fun.
We'll have to like come up with a reason for one and then throw it together. Maybe I'll run
Sure
one.
we
I don't
can
know.
find something. Yeah,
Yeah. That'll be fun.
it'd be so fun. I drew a very nerd.
Good, as it should be.
Last drawing of the night.
Last drawing of the night, nervous Thapron.
Perfect.
Oh god.
First drawing of the night, nervous Thapron.
Wonderful. We did it.
We've come full
We've
circle.
full circled. We've done it. We've hit the end of the stream. I'm so proud of
Yeah.
everything that was produced on these canvases.
Heck yeah.
Oh
I
yes.
really want to do a proper gray friend.
Grayfrin. Whoa. Grayfrin. Hold up.
Oh gosh.
The Goth Squad.
Yes.
Goth Squad.
Goth Squad.
Oh man.
Goth Squad is important.
Yeah, it's very important. Alright, so how do we close this? Just our usual thanks for watching? Question mark. Oh, Shane says that he'd be willing to
Hey,
DM DM run a one shot.
Yes, please.
Eyebrow quirks and interest. Oh, that'd be something.
That would be
Oh,
so
yeah.
fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
I would say I'm always down to DM.
Oh, yeah.
things because I have things to do, but
You-
also
Len,
yeah.
take a break.
I know.
Take
I
a
know.
break. I can
It's
DM for
fun.
once. Shane has offered to DM. We'll work something out and come up with a fun little thing to play. And
Heck
yeah.
yeah.
So this was a lot of fun. Thank
That'd be
you
so
for
fun.
joining us, Rosette. This was
Oh, thank you
It
so much
absolutely-
for having me.
this was absolutely hysterical, and I had the best time of my life. Oh my
This was
God.
brilliant. I love this so much.
Ah, this is
thank
wonderful.
You guys so much for having.
Yeah, anytime.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah.
We'll probably do more of these. I'd love to do like at least once a week randomly just do a draw pile on
Yes.
the Discord.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Like just hop in if you want to.
Yeah, just like hop in,
whatever,
draw some
like-
stuff, shoot the shit,
Yes.
Just run in, draw Curse Saffron.
just leave.
No talking.
Yeet.
No talking. I just slap a Curse Saffron and I just leave.
Oh my god.
It's like
Absolutely
fucking
perfect.
Gilbert. It's just like
Yeah.
Saffron. Start doing graffiti of cursed saffrons all over Los Angeles.
Oh wait, like what's the like weird little like
The hidden,
hold on,
instead of a hidden Mickey, it's a hidden Saffron.
like I'm gonna do it right underneath like whatever. What is this called?
Use it.
This
Do it.
guy like
Yeah, I think it's like Filbert or Dilbert.
something like that, but just Thafron.
Yes.
But it's Thafron peeking out from the side of the wall.
Yes.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Just-
wait, I get.
Just put them around various corners.
Oh gosh. Here, I'll just do that and that.
I have heavily contemplated because San Antonio has this thing where people like design their own stickers and they like it's like sticker graffiti and they just slap it all over anywhere they can find. And I've contemplated doing that with like whether it be Alistair stuff or Sacred World stuff and just making my own stickers just to run them through town and just slap them everywhere.
Yes.
Because that's a thing.
You know, my brother's he was actually messaging me the other day,
Oh.
and he was like, because he saw my post of the sticker, and he's like, "Hey, I can totally make those on my printer at work." I
Oh.
was like,
my
"Oh,"
gosh.
Oh, can you
like
now?
in bulk.
What's up?
and I was like, "Oh, do tell."
Do tell. Stickers,
So
you
if we ever want
say.
to go vandalize things, I can send you a sheet of stickers.
I'm always
There
down
it
for
is.
I'm always down for vandalism. Don't quote me on that.
After I put it up.
Just tiny. Just
Oh
tiny.
gosh. All right, I think it's time for us to attempt to go to bed. What is sleep?
Yes.
Sleep doesn't
All right.
exist. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Check out Rosette's awesome D&D game, 20-Sided Saga. We do host it here on our Divide and Conquer Twitch whenever they go live, so you can always watch it there, or you
Yeah.
can go check out their on their actual Twitch and go support small-time artists. Our friend Queen Chain Designs with the dice bags. Our friends Talon and Claw with some beautiful dice. Support the Alistair comic if you can. And we'll for those that show up in our Discord, feel free to throw suggestions at us for what we should draw next time, because we always love
Yes.
those. So yeah, see you guys next time. Have a good night, and hang loose and stay righteous.
Yeah.
All right. Night, guys.
Bye.